Man, I love TV and movies, and let's face it, it's become a huge part of our culture. And let me tell you, in the military, we are serious fans just like you are. But sometimes I see a scene, and I think to myself, can you really do that? I'm Terry Schappert. As a 23-year U.S. Army Green Beret veteran, combat medic, sniper, and close combat specialist, I've been tested most of my life. I'm here to put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons. All right, so let me give you an example of can they really do that. The other night, I was watching one of my favorite shows, starring one of my most favorite all-time stars, Joe Mantegna. And yes, I knew it was right here. This is his star in the famous Hollywood Walk of Fame. The show was Criminal Minds, and he's a big star in it. Now there is a scene, I gotta show you this. Okay, so the psycho drives his car into the water, and he's still trying to strangle his victim as the car is sinking into the depths. Hotch, played by Thomas Gibson, comes to the rescue. You see that? He shot a semi-automatic pistol underwater and the shot went through the windshield. Then he shoots 2 more times, a double tap. Now, I replayed this part over and over and I wonder, can you really do that? All right, so now it's time for Terry Schappert's Knucklehead Science. And this is not drawn to scale, so don't give me a hard time. Here's how the gun works. Hammer strikes the firing pin, which hits the primer in the cartridge, ignites it. You have an explosion, it sends the round through the barrel and downrange. We got that, that's gun stuff. The problem we got here is we're firing this thing underwater, so now it's really a question of compression. Fluids don't compress, water is no exception. It's called Pascal's law, and it basically says if there's pressure applied on any closed body of water, it will force out equally and unidirectionally inside that closed container. This is basically the principle behind hydraulics. So the bullet's good, that's airtight, and the hammer and the firing pin are definitely gonna work. There's really 2 questions here. How much force is gonna be lost by this round before it clears the water-filled barrel? How much force is gonna be lost before it goes downrange? And is this weapon gonna actually be able to cycle 3 times to enable Thomas Gibson, our hero, to shoot it and kill the bad guy? Can you really do that? I don't know. But I do know some guys who work at Criminal Minds, so I think we need to take a trip down there and get to the bottom of this right now. This is Joe Mantegna's character. Joe Mantegna, listen, I know you're busy, you guys got a lot going on. I'm Terry Schappert. I'm a Green Beret guy.
I know who you are.
Do you really?
I know all the badasses in this neighborhood.
Well, one of the things I saw on your show, great stunt, Thomas Gibson did it.
Right.
The bad guy goes into the water. And right.
Episode,
so the thing's sinking, and Shamar jumps in and pulls the girl out, and then Thomas Gibson has to do
Thomas pulls out his piece and bing bing through the side window, I believe.
It looks badass on film. It
does look badass.
Okay, right. It looks really cool.
Right.
So I want to know, man. Do you think could you really do that?
That's a good question. But you know what? Luckily enough, we can at least go to the source of that video clip.
Yeah.
Let's go see Thomas Gibson.
Really?
Come on. TG!
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, hey.
Hi, Thomas.
Nice to see you.
This is Terry.
Very nice to meet you.
How do you do?
I know you guys are busy, and I already stalked Joe over at his trailer. All right, so I want to ask you quickly about this one episode that we're just kind of dying to figure out. So there was, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was an underwater thing.
Right.
And you dove under and you shot your Glock, broke the windshield, and then double tapped the dude.
Right.
Can you take me through that? How that worked for you that day?
It's a little cheating, I think, as far as the gunshot goes, you know?
Right.
Because I think underwater it wouldn't really go very far. And
Now, as an actor, too, you were underwater. What was the challenge of that? Like, you had to swim under and do that kind of stuff? Or no big deal for Thomas Gibson?
It was fun. It was fun.
It looked fun, man.
It was fun.
It's fun.
And the tank was like, about 90 degrees, so it was not uncomfortable, but it was really cool. And we had the car underwater and kind of worked out all the stuff. And it was the first time I'd ever done anything really underwater like that. So it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I want to get your guys' opinions. You guys did it. You guys work in the show and all that stuff. I've heard so many different things, man. I've heard guys say, "No way." A little bit, like might go a little bit.
Few
so
feet, maybe.
I know the guys at ISS.
Yeah?
The special effects guys from ISS, they do all that kind of stuff.
And I'll probably try to come back and stalk you guys again. I promise I'll be I'll let you know how it goes.
Well, next time you do a mission, ask for 98-degree water, too.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Coming up, we head to the largest prop house in Hollywood to meet up with one of the top weapons experts in the business. All right, now in the series Criminal Minds, there is this awesome scene where Hotch, played by Thomas Gibson, dives into the water, shoots through a windshield, and double taps the bad guy. Now, I've been asking myself, no, I've been obsessing over the question is, can you really do that? And guess what? I still don't have the answers. So, all roads lead here. ISS, Independent Studio Services. Now, these guys provide props for television and movie productions around most of the globe, and I'm here to see Larry Zanoff of the weapons section. Weapons. I like weapons. ISS is involved in over 70% of TV and movie production all over the world. It's unbelievable walking through this place and seeing all the blockbusters these guys have actually been a part of. Man, you guys definitely have the right kind of security here. No one's getting in without an invite. Man, I thought the movie posters and props were mind-blowing. The weapons department is completely nuts. There's every single gun ever made, and a lot more that I don't think even really exist. Hey, coming behind you. You must be Larry. Larry, thanks. I've been hunting through what I consider probably one of the coolest places I've been. This is amazing. My name's Terry Schappert. I'm a special forces guy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm a big TV fan, and I know you guys do all the weapons and stuff for Criminal Minds. There's one scene specifically that has been bugging me because as a military guy and that kind of thing, I'm like, can you really do that? Can I show it to you?
Sure.
This is when Thomas Gibson dives into the water.
The windshield scene.
The windshield thing, right, man. And then he double taps and he kills the bad guy.
Well, there is always a little bit of movie magic, right? We got to understand that. You're obviously aware of the problems of shooting a gun underwater. Air is very light and airy. Water is very, very dense. In reality, in the comparison of the two, you're talking about, like shooting a bullet through air is like me taking this knife and going like that through air.
Right.
As opposed to water where I'm taking this blunt object and I'm trying to push the bullet through
Right.
the water, okay? There's only one good way to figure it out for sure, to be honest with you.
Shoot it, probably try to
Shoot
test
it underwater.
Before we do that, before we even talk about what you think I would need, because you would know, can we just see more of this, man?
Come on, I'll give you a tour. Ice cream carts, canoes, kayaks, military equipment for like set deck, that's a really big item.
I gotta stop you. This reminds me of the scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark at the end when they're rolling the Ark in and there's just containers and top men, and off it goes.
Yeah, the Area 51 kind of scene.
Yeah.
The Ark is actually, though, right around the corner here on aisle 5, so you might see that down in the background somewhere.
And really, man, what the heck is this?
That's a 320 kilowatt pulse rifle, man.
By the way, of course it is.
In reality, it's just an AK platform, fully functional weapon. It was used in a science fiction show where it had to look like the 320 kilowatt pulse rifle.
All day. I could be here all day. I could be here all week probably, and you don't want that. So how do I solve this question about the Criminal Minds episode with the underwater gun, all that kind of stuff? Where do we go, man? We got to get this done.
Well, I mean, you obviously need the firearms.
Yeah.
I think we've got you covered there.
I have a feeling we'll find that. Yeah.
So we still need a tank, and we need a windshield.
I got some people I think can help me with this.
Perfect.
I will be back with you.
Talk to you later.
So, I hit the road to reach out to some contacts and see if I could wrangle up the tank and windshields. I went back to the Criminal Mindset to talk to effects supervisor Andre Ellingson, who recommended a guy named JD Street. I swung over to JD's and I hit the mother load. This is cool. What is this? This is cool as heck, man.
This is a roll-off container. This is what they use for construction debris. They drop it on a site, they fill it full of construction debris, they pick it up in the truck, take it away.
Brilliant! All I need now are the windshields. So I swung back over to the set to meet up with the head of transportation, Greg.
Now, do they have to be exact same size, or can I get?
They don't have to be matching. I just need 3, maybe 3.
Done. We'll have it first thing in the morning.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it, man.
Not a problem.
Hey, Larry, what's up?
Hey, Terry, how's it going?
Man, awesome. Listen, this is actually coming together. I got the windshield, we got the tanks. We are gonna actually get to shoot this gun underwater and prove if it works.
I am concerned about the Glock working underwater. The whole extraction, ejection, you know.
We haven't done this before. We want to make sure we give it a fair
test, but we don't need anybody getting hurt either. I'm more concerned about the shooter's safety.
There's a whole shockwave issue.
You know, hearing is a very sensitive thing. If we can't really do this safely, I'm not going to allow this to happen at all.
All right, I'll be over. Bye. Hey, Brian, it's me again.
Hey, what's happening, Terry?
You know, man, I'm still on my quest to find out if you can shoot a gun underwater through a windshield and take out a bad guy on the other side. Now, I've been talking to Larry, super smart weapons guy here at ISS, Hollywood's leading prop house, and we are coming up with a plan to do it under real world conditions. Larry, what do you got?
Welcome back, Terry. Come on, let me show you what we got laid out for you.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so we've taken a standard Glock 17 here and we've upgraded it to like an LE model. So what we've got is an extended slide stop.
Okay.
We've got an extended magazine release.
Yep.
We've actually lubed this with a product called Frog Lube, which is a really great marine environment lubricant.
Nice.
So we're trying to make this as fair a test as we can, make sure that the weapon's ready to go.
But you know what's cool though, what you're doing already? You're already lining up you're giving this gun a chance, Larry.
Absolutely.
Giving this gun a chance to do the right
It's
thing.
a Glock, we gotta give it a chance.
Well, it's earned that much.
But if it doesn't work,
If it doesn't, what's next?
behind door number 2, the 357.
That's awesome.
And a 454 Casull if it doesn't make it through.
Big guns, big fun.
Absolutely.
That's killer.
So the question is, now that we've got all the hardware done, I've got the ammo on the way, we've got the whole set ready for, you know, fire marshal, set medic, on-set armorers and whatnot.
Thank you.
I think the last thing we got to do is get you fitted for a wetsuit.
Are you guys actually gonna give me the shot to do this myself?
Hey.
So psyched.
You were the one who wanted to figure this out, so you got to figure it out, my man. Okay?
I just want you to know I look really good in a wetsuit.
Too much information, my man.
Lead on,
Too
buddy.
much information.
So, for the past 3 or 4 hours, the crew has been prepping the tank, lining up the windshields, getting the guns ready, the high-speed camera, lighting, safety, and about a million other things I don't even know about. Hi, Larry.
Hey, Terry, how's it going?
I'm great, man. Well, okay. What do we got?
So here's the deal. You asked for it, we got it for you. We've got a water tank. We've got 4,600 gallons of water. We've got safety personnel. We have a safety diver in the tank with you. We've got a medic on standby. We've got notification to all the law enforcement agencies around. We've got a gun. We got 3 rounds, and we got a windshield. Also, we can find out whether this is going to work or not.
This couldn't have been done in better hands. And seriously, folks, do not try this at home. If you listen to Larry, you can tell I am surrounded by professionals. Okay, man.
We ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it, bud.
Okay. Okay, weapons hot.
Weapons hot.
The 9mm Glock 17 is the exact gun that Hotch used to shoot through the windshield, and now it's time to see how it works in the real world.
Okay, man.
We ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it, bud.
Okay. Okay, weapons hot.
Weapons hot.
We've got everything set up to test if the 9mm Glock 17 will actually fire 3 times underwater and penetrate a car windshield, just like the scene in Criminal Minds.
Okay, the weapon's clear. We got 3 rounds off, which in and of itself is amazing because the gun cycled underwater.
Gun cycle, great, man. Felt a little sluggish, maybe?
Now all we have to see is whether it actually penetrated the windshield or not.
It's harder, too, to get your sight picture because the gas with the water disturbs it so much that, well, we'll see if I did it or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, didn't make it.
Now, while the Glock functioned perfectly, the 9mm round wasn't powerful enough to actually get through the windshield. In fact, you could see the round bounce right off on the first shot. Now it's time to get a new windshield, reset cameras, and get the bigger, badder 357 Magnum ready to go.
Well, same test as we did before, one shot and then an attempt at a double tap. This is obviously a revolver. You've got a big hammer moving through the water, but that hammer's getting slowed down.
Okay.
So there's always the chance we get a light hit and the round doesn't even go off.
Okay.
If that happens, of course, keep it pointed down range until we have a safe time limit, okay? Other than that, just be mindful, 357 Magnum generates a lot more energy than a 9mm does. It's gonna be a little bit thumpier, okay? We ready to do this?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Okay, this weapon's hot. You got 3 rounds.
Thank you, sir. Didn't go.
Didn't go.
Okay, so I'll keep it down range.
Keep it down range, bring it over here. Got it? So we can clearly see that he got a light strike.
Yep.
The speed of the hammer was slowed down so much by the resistance of the water that we didn't get a good hit on the primer hit and it didn't set off the round. So let's do one more thing. Let's go down, same test as before, but cock it into single action mode and then pull the trigger and let's see what happens.
Okay. I have to tell you, I'm really looking forward to the thumpy.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not.
Let's give this a shot.
Using the Ruger in single action means I'm gonna cock the hammer back, giving us as much forward momentum as possible and hopefully set off the primer.
Oh boy, man. That definitely was, that was thumpier.
Extra thumpy?
The 357 was definitely thumpier and hit the windshield with a lot more force, but it still wasn't enough to get through the windshield. And when I tried to squeeze off a second round, the result was the same as our first try.
Yeah, the second one didn't go.
Yeah, to be expected. We're still running about 50-50.
Didn't get through.
Didn't get through.
It was
Still good safety glass.
And it was thumpier.
Absolutely.
So what's next on the menu?
Well, I guess we have to go up and use the big boy, which is the 454 Casull.
Time for yet another windshield as Larry gets the 454 ready. I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous about firing this monster underwater.
I feel like a really ugly dolphin at SeaWorld that you just have to keep feeding.
You're not that ugly, so...
Okay, what do we got?
So we got the 454 Casull, right? So we tried a 9mm.
Yep.
That's like throwing a ping pong ball at this thing. Went to the 357, it's like taking a tennis ball and trying to bust through. This is like taking an Olympic shot put and trying to throw it through the glass, okay? So it's much more energy, much larger diameter round and everything, but we're gonna do the same drill. Try it double action first.
Okay.
If the hammer's still moving too slow, we'll try to go for the single action shot.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, my man. Oh, that looks really scary.
Absolutely, that weapon is hot.
Oh my God, I couldn't do it again. I couldn't do that again,
No
dude.
worries.
Oh my God.
After firing that first shot, the shockwave was far more intense than I anticipated, and I was not gonna do that again.
So the problem with shooting any firearm underwater is basic physics. You cannot compress fluids, right? So the shock wave coming out of that muzzle, going throughout the tank, it's got no place to go. It's hitting the walls of the tank and reverberating back and forth until the energy finally dissipates. Of course, anything in the tank is going to feel that. There's no way around it. Massive shock wave, right?
Absolute thump.
Did we make it through the glass?
Let me take a look, man. I had to come up. I was
No worries.
Oh boy. Let's take a look. Yeah, it made it through the glass.
Even though the round made it through the windshield, I missed the dummy, but another shot on target would have definitely been fatal.
Yep.
So there you have it.
Punched right through it.
Punched right through it, lots of energy, big flat boom, just punched a hole right through the safety glass. This thing is a massive, massive round. It's a hand cannon, so it's moving a lot of lead through the water, massive explosion behind it. Pretty much what we expected as far as the going up in level, leveling up to this gun definitely gets us through the windshield.
The 9mm didn't have enough energy to get through the windshield. The 357 spidered it, but didn't punch through. But the 454 punched through it like it wasn't even there. A couple of thoughts. One, that was a blast, literally. Two, I was in good hands the whole time with my really professional crew. And three, about half of what we thought was gonna happen actually happened. The weapons cycled, the rounds left them, and actually in many cases struck the windshield, but we learned a few things. The 9mm Glock was not able to penetrate the windshield. The 7 Magnum also did not punch through. The 454 went right through it, and man, did I pay for that physically. I got to give the cast and crew of Criminal Minds a lot of credit for putting out a really, really cool series and a really, really entertaining scene. So if you're like me and you're a TV and movie fan, go to outdoorchannel.com Hollywood Weapons, send me a message. I should be able to activate the interweb, and maybe it's your weapon and your scene. We can find out if it gets proven. I will see you soon.
On this episode of Hollywood Weapons, we're gonna need a bigger boat. And Band-Aids. Lots of Band-Aids.
I'm Terry Schappert, and as a 23-year U.S. Army Green Beret veteran, combat medic, sniper, and close combat specialist, I've been tested most of my life. I'm here to put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons.
Jaws. Ooh. I don't know about you, but when I saw that movie as a little kid, it scared the heck out of me. Scared the country. Actually scared the world. It's classic, and it still holds up well today. And the ending, so good.
At the end of the movie, Chief Brody is in a really tight spot. His last hope is the pressurized scuba tank hanging out of the monster's mouth. In a last-ditch effort, he takes aim with his rifle and turns the fearsome shark into chum. This is a bad fish. Swallow you whole. Little shaking, little tenderizing. Down you go. Yes, folks, it's time for Terry's Knucklehead Science. Now, a normal scuba tank is filled to about 3,000 PSI of compressed air, pounds per square inch. It's a lot of pressure, but to give you an idea, a tire is 35 pounds per square inch. Have you ever seen a tire blow out? Pretty impressive, right? Not really. That's 35 PSI. We're talking 3,000 PSI. Now, I'm a Special Forces sniper as well as a scuba diving instructor, so for me, this is a big scene with big questions. The relative explosive power of a filled scuba tank is about 300 grams of TNT, or as Knucklehead likes to say it, a couple of hand grenades. And I'm pretty sure that could kill a shark. This is not easy. For all you armchair marksmen, you need to consider some things. Iron sights, small moving target, very stressful conditions. Trust me when I tell you, this is not easy. But here's the real question for me. Would a filled scuba cylinder explode if it was struck and pierced by this .30-06 bullet? I've got my ideas, but I'm really curious also how they even pulled this scene off. Now, I know they didn't kill a real shark. And did I ever tell you I used to look like this guy? So I called my buddy, Andre Ellingson, supervisor of special effects for Criminal Minds, and I said, dude, how do they blow up that shark in the movie? And he said, you gotta go to see Richie Helmer, and that's about it. So, let's find out together what's going on. Hey, I'm Terry Schappert, and I don't know why I'm here.
I know why you're here. Come on in. Have a seat.
Thank you for letting me in your home.
Yeah.
And I see you got a lot of cool stuff, and because I'm so quick on the uptake, it's obvious you're in film and TV, aren't you?
Yeah, I worked on Jaws. I was in Martha's Vineyard 6 months.
You actually were on that film?
Yeah.
All right, so Jaws, I see you knew I was coming.
Yeah, I had a couple pictures here.
Can you show me some stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, man. Good.
Yeah.
That's sort of the iconic shark coming up and eating people on the boat and underwater too. All right, who's that dude with the fabulous hair?
That's me after being in and out of the water about 30 times.
And there's Robert Shaw about to meet his maker.
Shaw, probably take 2.
Oh, that shark's mouth, though, still is so like nightmarish.
Gives you an idea how big it was.
What I really want to find out too from you, the final scene where Brody shoots the shark, shoots the cylinder, and it blows up. How did you guys pull that one off?
As far as I can remember, it was a couple sticks of dynamite. It was a whole bunch of blood bags and a whole bunch of guts, and we floated it in the water and we blew it. Now you put dynamite in the water, and you're going to get a nice big lift from it.
Right.
And that's what we got.
And so the next question is, do you think if someone was to make that shot, and I know it's a hard shot, man, because it's a moving target, you're on a mast, you're stressed out. If you made that shot and the bullet hit that tank, would it really blow up that way?
When we were doing that scene, I think us guys in the background were going, we don't think a bullet's going to go through that tank.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
You're in luck, Richie, because I'm going to actually do that experiment. I'm going to try to put this all together, get all the distances, calibers, steel tanks, all that.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough, man, because in my line of work, you got to talk to the guys on the ground. And you can read books, you can look at pictures.
Yeah.
But today I got to talk to the dude on the ground, and that was you. Thanks for taking the time.
Larry.
Hey, Terry.
I knew you hoped I was going to be gone, but I'm not. I'm back, and I have another quest.
What kind of crazy idea have you come up with now?
Mildly intimidating. Jaws, Brody shooting the scuba tank.
That's actually a pretty good one. Let me buzz you in.
I knew I'd hook you, kid. Good to see you, man.
You too.
Question. Will it explode?
Well, before you can think about whether it's going to explode or not, you got to hit the darn thing.
Why does everybody keep acting like that's an impossibility?
I don't know, Terry. We're just trying to cover all the bases.
Is it going to go or not? What do you think?
You got a moving target about the size of a salad plate.
Which is hard.
Right? Which is hard just from the get-go. I mean, he's shooting an M1 Garand 30-06 bullet. Definitely has enough energy. I mean, we're going to get, I don't know, 2,500 to 3,000 feet per second out of it. Average steel tank is about, a little less than a 1/4 inch thickness in the wall thickness. If it's an aluminum tank, it's probably 1/2 inch, but both capable of being punctured by a 30-06.
Enough chit-chat. Do you think it would explode or not?
Well, I think there's only one way to know for sure. We're going to have to test it.
I was hoping you'd say that. I knew you would say that. Don't go away, because we're going to blow up a shark. I'm at ISS, meeting with Larry Zanoff, their weapons master, about that iconic scene in Jaws where Chief Brody shoots the scuba tank in the shark's mouth, then it blows up. A lot of opinions on this. So, in true Hollywood weapons fashion, we're gonna...
you're not blowing up my shark, Terry.
We had an understanding.
Come on, man. In Jaws, the shark was actually a great white. It was like 25 feet long. It weighed 3 tons, and this shark is way too small. And besides, as you can already see, this shark is spoken for.
Nice, I get it, but what am I supposed to do?
We have a shark on the way. We've got an M1 Garand being prepped. We've got all the ammo on order, and we've got a scuba tank already pulled for you.
You guys really are. You guys are one-stop shopping.
Hey, man, we try our best. All you got to do is figure out where we're going to do this test.
I can do it.
Okay, I'm going to go look at the specs for the test again, come up with safety protocol, and I will catch up with you later.
I got to get back to work.
Don't touch that.
All right, well, looks like my buddy Larry has things under control, and seriously, how cool was it to hang out with someone who actually worked on the set of Jaws? But now, I gotta find a place to do the test. Pretty sure the Coast Guard would not be cool with me blowing something up on the water, and a lake or pond ain't gonna cut it. I got the place. Desert, Arizona, Gunsight Academy. It's a mecca for civilian law enforcement and military shooters. If anybody can help me, those guys can. Text, Buzzkill, Larry. He's got the specs worked out. Come on, dude. I just got here. I'm never gonna get an even tan.
So here's the deal, right? This is not an easy setup. I mean, Brody, you know, he's on a mast, right? And he's hanging there precariously at 20 degrees. He's 4 to 6 feet off the water. The ocean's going up and down.
And in a realistic thing, too, if you're looking at Brody, he's scared out of his mind.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's something else.
Not
He's
only
stressful
is he scared
conditions.
of the shark, he's scared of water anyway, right?
So
he's terrified hanging onto this mast trying to shoot at this really small target that's coming at him. It's not an easy shot. Now, we only get one good glance at it in the movie.
How far? Like, I'm watching the movie now, and how far did it begin?
I mean, at a guesstimate, I'd say it's probably about 150 yards.
And by the way, that's not easy.
No, and the other problem is...
It's a moving target.
It's a moving target.
So he hits it on the 6th round, if I remember. How close do you think that was when he finally got it, you know?
I mean, you know, let's do the math here. If we guesstimate that the shark's going about 12 miles an hour, started out at 150 yards, you're looking at, what is that, 17 feet per second, so a total elapsed time of 16 seconds. You got 272 feet, so you're looking at about 90 yards closing distance.
You're a scary human computer with a deadpan delivery. I will tell you, I think at 60 yards, I could make it.
A lot of variables we have to figure out here before we're ready to test this, assuming, of course, you found a place to test it in the first place.
I know you're familiar with dry heat.
Yeah, I think the last time I experienced it was out at gun sight.
Big floppy hat, sunscreen, walk it off, champ. All right, now that we have everything we need, it's time for a little road trip to Arizona, so stay tuned, because I am Chief Martin Brody from Amity PD, and a serious public nuisance in the form of a shark is going down. Thanks to ISS, we have our shark, the tanks, the weapon, and ammo. While the crew works hard setting the scene, the shark is here, and I am super pumped about this test. But as always, safety first.
Okay, man, I think things are pretty much coming together.
The crew is great. I feel we're ready to go.
I think we are too. We have our weapon of choice here, of course, the M1 Garand. I mean, this thing, back in the day when you were a Marine, you had to qualify at 1,000 yards with nothing but iron sights with this.
No pressure, Schappert. Well, that's a workhorse, man. Everybody knows it. It's great to shoot.
It's a classic and definitely the right tool for the right job. However, I do have some safety concerns we should go over first.
All right, what do you got?
Well, here's the thing. If everything goes to plan, you're going to hit this target when it's about 60 yards away from you.
Yeah.
At 60 yards, you're well within a danger zone of getting hit with shrapnel if the bottle does rupture in some way.
Yeah, not good.
Not good at all. So what I'd like to propose here is we're going to split the test up into a couple different phases. Phase 1 is going to be starting out with an empty bottle. Everything else will be in play. We got a robotic tow rig here. The shark will be moving. You'll be on the mast. You'll get 6 shots out of this, but you'll be a lot safer, and then we'll see if the shot is even feasible. We'll go ahead, come down afterwards, we'll evaluate the hits, and depending upon what we find, we'll then move on to phase 2, which will be a compressed bottle.
Man, I defer to you in all these things.
As well you should.
And now it's my turn to tell you, the audience, don't try this at home, okay? I've got a really professional crew to make sure none of us get hurt, except him. He's gonna get hurt.
Okay, so the day's finally here.
Yeah.
We've got a shark, we've got a mast, we've got a zeroed rifle, we're all ready to go. Why don't you go ahead and get up into position?
Can you feel that, Larry? That's the ocean. All right.
So here's the drill. You've got 6 shots in the rifle. Shark is going to start moving towards you. That's the start position. You've got from there till the 60-yard line to make your 6 shots. Hopefully at least one of them will be a hit. We good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, the weapon is hot. Let me know when you're in position.
Okay, hang on. All right.
Okay, we good?
Yeah.
Okay, go on the shark.
Thank you, Larry. You've been mildly supportive.
Let's go see what we did.
Well,
look at that.
I see some good news.
Definitely.
See, Larry, here's the thing. I always a little bit of luck, but you gotta have faith, man. You gotta have faith.
You know, even a blind pig finds a truffle every now and then.
I don't know what that means. Okay, so I've got 3 solid ones here.
3 solid hits out of the string of 6, so you actually did better than Brody did.
Well, actually, and there's a 4th on.
There's a 4th deflecting shot right there.
Okay, I'll take the. That's okay. So let's see what it did.
Look at that.
Went out the other side.
So no exit holes that we can see. You can still hear the projectiles rattling around
that's
from
crazy.
the inside. So I think we've proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that the shot is achievable.
Okay, so the shot can be done, certainly by Chief Brody and by Terry Schappert. And we've also proven that that round can penetrate the tank. So what's next?
Well, now we're going to go to phase 2, and we're going to go to a full-size shark with a fully compressed tank inside of its mouth.
All right, my man, what do we got?
Obviously, we've moved back to the 300-yard line due to safety. We're shooting a pressurized tank. We want to make sure that the crew and cast are all safe.
Yeah.
So we're going to shoot from 300 yards. We've jumped up light years as far as the weapon system goes. We've got an optic on it. We've got a bipod for you. We're eliminating all the variables as far as the shot itself, because all we care about right now is whether or not that bullet will actually rupture the tank.
Larry and I are putting Jaws to the test. Now, I've already proved that Brody could have made that shot, and now we're about to find out if the scuba tank can explode like it does in the movie.
Breath control, trigger control. Take your time.
It's totally glared out.
Good shot, man.
Woo! Oh, I was a little higher than I should have been.
Still a pretty good shot.
By the way, you're welcome, Larry, that I just saved your life from this fish.
Yeah, anyway, you can see here we punctured the bottom of the tank. And of course, the bottom of the tank is the thickest part of it.
Indeed.
But the jacket didn't even go through. We basically stripped the core, and that's what penetrated in, and then all the pressure just vented out.
So the question is, what would this have done to a, 3-4 ton shark?
Probably not very much. This is a fiberglass shark. We saw it spin around, but it's on wheels and it's fairly lightweight. The shark in Jaws is probably 2 or 3 tons worth of animal.
I mean, I get it, so what we've sort of proven is that this exact scenario, it wouldn't have been lethal.
This scenario probably wouldn't have worked the way it did in the movie.
Because in the movie, man, they just blew it sky high.
Well, it's movie magic. It's movie.
I'm kind of bummed we didn't blow it up.
Oh, you wanted to blow it up? I can blow it up if you want to blow it up.
Really?
Walk with me, my son.
You have my attention. All right, so we determined that shot could be made. Therefore, Chief Brody gets a lot of credit, because trust me, it wasn't easy. Larry and I also figured out it probably wouldn't have been lethal to the shark, and I didn't get the explosion I wanted. But Larry being Larry, he's got a trick up his sleeve. Buddy, read the sign, beach closed. This fish is bringing me down. Hey, tough guy, keep eating. It's your last meal. All right, Yoda, what do you got for me?
Blow up a shark, we will.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so my good friend Corey from Gunsight Academy has provided us with 1.5 pounds of a very, very impact-sensitive explosive compound. We've put it inside of a jar, wrapped it up in duct tape. The duct tape's red, by the way, so you should be able to see it.
Okay.
And it's placed right inside the mouth of the shark to the left of the tank.
So pretty much the same picture.
Pretty much the same sight picture.
Okay.
Take your time, load around in, take a deep breath, and we're gonna blow up a shark.
My man.
Smile, you son of a...
And that, my friend, is how you blow up a shark.
All right, Larry, what did we learn today?
Well, I think we've proved probably about 50% of what we wanted to come out here and prove or disprove today. You know, having a scuba tank inside of a shark mouth, it's moving, you're 60 yards away on a mast with an M1 Garand.
It was challenging.
It was challenging, and could you make the shot, or could Brody make the shot? Yeah, we proved that you could.
Fair.
Is it gonna blow the tank up and explode a shark? Nah, that didn't happen this time. Doesn't mean it couldn't happen under different circumstances if the bullet had impacted a different part of the tank. But today, definitely, we did not blow up the shark with the scuba tank.
Well, we got to use guns, we got to prove some scientific stuff, and we got to do some cinema and blow up a shark. Thanks, bro.
You're very welcome.
Hot dogs, let's roast them.
Actually, I think I'm going to get a fire extinguisher first.
Right on. All right, this is time for me to thank my good friend Larry, my world-class crew, and Corey the guys at Gunsight for making this possible and also very safe. And I gotta say something else too. I'm a scuba instructor and I live by the ocean, so conservation is a passion of mine. When Peter Benchley wrote Jaws in the 70s, he had no idea the kind of slaughter that would start of these animals. And he spent his whole life trying to fix that problem. Remember, sharks are apex predators. We mess with them, we mess with the ecosystem, and we don't want to do that. So, if you're watching a TV show or a movie and you find yourself asking, can you really do that? Reach out to us at outdoorchannel.com Hollywood Weapons, and maybe we will put that scene to the test.
And that, my friend, is how you blow up a shark. Hey, excuse me, my man. I'm looking for, no. I'm looking for a guy named Terry. I'm supposed to meet him up here.
Ask him.
Hey, excuse me, my man. I'm looking for Terry Schappert.
Well, you don't say. Pull up a chair. Have a drink.
Terry, what are you doing? You know I'm busy. You dragged me all the way out here just to play dress up? Come on, man.
People with ropes around their neck don't always hang. Is that true? We're gonna find out on this episode of Hollywood Weapons. I'm Terry Schappert, and as a 23-year U.S. Army Green Beret veteran, combat medic, sniper, and close combat specialist, I've been tested most of my life. I'm here to put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons. Such ingratitude after all the times I saved your life. You guessed it. Last week I was watching TV and one of the great westerns of all time came on, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Classic movie with great actors. Clint Eastwood, Eli Wallach, Lee Van Cleef. Now, for some reason you don't know what the movie's about. Eli Wallach plays Tuco, a wanted man. Eastwood plays Blondie, who comes up with a scam to turn in Tuco from town to town, collect the reward, and then save his skin right before he gets executed. Kind of a cool idea. Man, it's really hot out here. And I'm wearing a poncho. I'm gonna go back in and get a drink. All right, so here's the deal. He makes 3 different shots in the movie, 3 different distances, positions, and angles with 2 different guns. Whoa!
Just water.
Yeah, say the thing.
You guessed it. It's time for Terry's knucklehead science.
And I thought you were gonna be bad. All right, a lot of questions with this movie, all right, especially the shot. Hitting a rope with a rifle is not an easy thing to do, and is the caliber of that bullet big enough to sever a rope under tension? Don't know. I do know I'm a huge fan of westerns and Clint Eastwood movies. All right, I know I gotta go see Larry, I think I should let him cool off and go see Andre Ellingson first because I want to find out how they actually did it in the movie. All right, I'm on the set of Criminal Minds to see my buddy Andre Ellingson, a special effects guru. This guy's been doing this a long time. Andre!
Hey, Terry, come on up.
Andre, I'm invading your safe space, my man.
Hey, Terry, how are you? Welcome back.
Good to see you. Have you thought about the rope?
I have. You know, when you called me, I realized I'd done a pilot about 20 years ago with Kenny Rogers called The Gambler.
Yes.
And
I
we did that exact same gag. He was in a noose on a horse and ready to be hung. And we had to blow the rope in time before the horse took off. So I think I know how to do this one.
I am so glad you're in my life. Lead on.
I'll show you out back.
All right, bud.
Okay, so here's how we prep the rope for it to be shot by a bullet. What we've done is we've taken this hemp rope, we're gonna unwind it, okay? Hey, Mark, can you help me for a second here and put this charge in? Okay, so we're gonna weave it right into
Yeah, man, that's clever.
right into the rope. So we'll wind that all the way down, then we'll attach our wire to our pyrotechnic charge.
Awesome.
And we will detonate this and see what we get.
This is your lane, this is what you're great at. Real world, just ballpark. Do you think this could actually work with a bullet?
I believe it could, with the right caliber and the right distance and tension on the rope that we're gonna simulate here. I think it's possible.
You ready to go, buddy?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's check it out. Let's do some eye and ear protection.
Rubber to the road, man.
Yes, sir. All right.
You count, man. I'll
call
shoot,
it out.
buddy.
3, 2, 1.
My man, perfect.
Yep.
It's safe, it's replicatable.
If they want to go again, we just rig another one. We can do it all day long at this point now that we know it works. So
good to see you.
Good to see you.
You know I'm always gonna come and bug you.
Anytime.
I'll see you around.
Anytime,
Thanks again,
Terry.
man.
You got it.
Now, so here's the thing. We've seen how it's done in a movie, but now I gotta go find Larry and find out how it's done with real guns. You're not still really mad at me, are you?
What do you think?
Come on.
Dude, your text said emergency. I need your help.
Well, first of all, it was an emergency, and I do need your help.
What do you need my help for now?
What was I wearing when I saw you?
A poncho and a cowboy hat.
Right. What movie did I look like I was from? Come on. It was Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'll finish it for you. What shots?
The Hangman's Noose.
3 times. Yeah, come on. Larry. One of my favorite movies.
What do they do that 3 times in the movie, right?
Yep.
Twice with a lever gun, I think, and once with a sharp single
and it's
shot.
progressively further distance. Can we actually do it, do you think?
Well, I mean, I think the mechanics of it are pretty simple, right? We've got the guns and the ammo. The hard part is hitting the rope. So let me grab a rope and we'll see what we can put together for you.
So I'm gonna finally get my shot. I'm gonna finally get 3 shots, and I better be good because I will never hear the end of it from that guy. What? Seriously, man, you expect me to fall for that? What's going on, Larry? What are you doing here?
Well, I've been calling you all day, Terry, but you don't have any cell service up here.
Hey, amigo. Relax. We're not done yet. What do you got?
Well, I think I've got the guns, the logistics, and all the safety procedures figured out, but there's still some things that you and I need to go over.
Good. Let's go outside. I do not trust this dude. Okay.
Okay, so here's the setup, right? In the film, they take the shot 3 different times, each time from a different location and distance. First shot, Blondie's up in a hayloft, 15 feet up off the ground, about 50 yards from the target. He's on foot, Tuco's on horseback.
Big Larry, don't worry about it. We're not gonna shoot near you at all.
Anyway, second shot, both Tuco and Blondie are on horseback. They're about 30 yards away from each other. And of course, the last shot is the most difficult of all.
That final one, yeah.
Absolutely. They're like, I don't know, 250 yards plus away from each other. Blondie's on horseback. Tuco's perched precariously on a grave marker, and he's got a noose around his neck.
I mean, man, however you look at this, any one of those shots is pretty tough to make.
Well, you know, this is Hollywood. We make the impossible happen.
Yeah. Okay, so what's next?
Well, we still have a few items we got to pick out, so let's head back to the warehouse and get that taken care of, okay?
Cool, man.
Terry, what are you doing?
You said we're going back to the warehouse.
Yeah, but we're not going back on that.
And why not?
Because it'll take you like 3 or 4 days. Just come with me already, will you? And change your clothes.
I'm sorry, Big Larry. Maybe next time. Come on, dude, you gotta kind of go with me on this a little bit.
We got the good, we got the bad. We definitely have the ugly here.
I see what you did there. Henry rifle?
Close. That's an 1866 Yellow Boy. When they were filming the movie, there were no reproduction Henrys around. It would have been correct for the movie, but they just didn't have it. So they kind of faked it. They took an 1866, they removed the wood, it kind of looked close. They did the best they could with what they had at the time.
A knucklehead, like me, I wouldn't have caught it. What do you got here?
This is the big boy. This is the Sharp.
Dude,
Single shot, 45-70, double set triggers. I mean, this is a real man's rifle. Someone who's going to shoot this might really want to know what they're doing.
We're also going to need some rope. You got?
We will. You know, we'll probably need multiples because we're going to do this several times. I'll get a bunch of them made up, all tied into a running knot. Kind of put together a sample right here just so we can see what we're dealing with.
Awesome.
This is kind of a period correct rope, right? It's a 3/4 inch rope. That's what we guesstimate from the movie.
Yeah.
And just to show you how hard and challenging the shot will be, 3/4 inch, right?
Yeah.
0.75. Mm-hmm. But you're shooting at it with a 45 bullet. 0.45. So theoretically, you could actually make the shot and punch a hole right through the middle of it, assuming you can hit the rope, and the rope actually won't fray apart. You know, so really kind of a lot of factors going on here.
Well, if I made that shot, I would admit that it's lucky, but as a win, I mean, even if you don't cut the rope, the guy dies, you still win.
It would be a win for you as the shooter, but I don't think the guy on the end of the rope would think that it's a win.
So where are you going to get a guy that can make that shot, Larry?
I have no idea, Terry.
When we come back, we head to the Old West and try these shots for real. Once again, we are out in the dry heat of Arizona, and our amazing crew is setting up the various scenarios. Reckon there's a hanging in the making.
Terry, a little respect, please.
Dude. Sorry. What do we got?
Okay, well, we got the crew putting the final touches on the gallows.
Yep.
It's looking really, really good.
It looks great, actually.
We've got our simulated hayloft in the background there. It's going to be off of that sniper tower. We're going to be using that 1866 lever action that we zeroed in. Yeah. Brass scope, 45 caliber. Everything seems to be in place. I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and take this shot.
You're good, buddy. It's going to be fine.
Okay, so we've cleared the crew out of the range. We've got Tuco hanging off on the gallows there. We've got a backing on the rope so we can spot for you and see where the hits are going.
Okay.
You got 5 shots in your rifle. Let's lever one in and see what we get.
I brought my Civil War vintage safety glasses.
Always. Safety first.
Thanks, buddy.
Here, in the bullseye, slightly to the right. Nice hit. Dead center.
My bad, I actually can't believe I did that. That was a little bit of luck.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, unfortunately, the operation was a success, but the patient died. We hit the rope, but we didn't cut it.
Right.
So if you go back to remember what we were talking about, the 3/4 inch rope in cross-section is actually larger than the 45 bullet. So Tuco's swinging in the wind right now, even though you made the shot.
That was great. I kind of feel like I'm in a theme park with you sometimes. What do you got?
Okay, so as you remember, the second shot in the movie was taken from horseback, right?
Did you bring Big Larry out here for me?
No, I didn't, but if you step back here, I'll show you what I did bring. An alternate shooting platform.
That's not Big Larry.
No, it's not, but for this test, it'll do just fine.
All right, man.
So if you remember the first shot, we actually severed the rope, amazingly enough.
Yes.
It split 2 out of the 3 strands, but it didn't take it apart completely.
Yeah.
Now, in the second shot in the movie, if you recall, that's exactly what happens. He takes the shot, he hits the rope, but it doesn't sever it completely.
That's right.
So he takes a second backup shot. So this time, you've got 2 chances at this to sever that rope completely. Saddle up, let's see what we can do. Okay, a little bit more difficult shot than before. Obviously, this is not as stable a shooting platform. Same thing, same weapon, you're fully loaded. Take your time, trigger control, breath control. Let's see what we can hit. Two inches right. Beautiful hit, look at that. Within 2 shots, and it did exactly what it did in the movie.
You're welcome for your freedom, Zanoff.
It didn't cut the rope.
But I didn't cut the rope.
So take your backup shot.
You know what's funny, man? I went from like lots of pressure to more pressure.
Inch left.
Yeah.
Half an inch left.
No, I pulled that.
Second hit.
Did I get it?
Second hit still hasn't severed the rope, though.
Just like in the movie, the first shot did not sever the rope. Trying to place a second shot in the exact same spot is virtually impossible.
Inches away. You hit it again. Hit it again.
I will say this. This is probably, so far, has been the favorite part of my test because you know what? That is doable with a really good shooter who's got a really nice, consistent, point of aim, but you've got to hit it.
You got to hit it dead on. If
you got to hit a group like a dime with that
If you had 2 shots in the same spot, it probably would have severed the rope.
Let's go take a look.
Let's go take a look.
And I need to apologize to Tuco. Oh, man. Dang it.
Well, you know what?
I didn't quite get him.
Once again, we've kind of proved half the theory here. You're capable of hitting the rope. It's just that the shot didn't sever the rope. Well, I guess it just wasn't Tuco's day.
I'm sorry, bud. All right, man.
Tomorrow, we'll try the 200-yard shot with the 45-70 Sharps, see if that goes any better for him.
Coming up, the final test. Can I hit a rope from 200 yards and save Tuco? We've tested 2 of the 3 shots, but now it's time for the most difficult of them all. I gotta make this shot. Please help me prove to Larry that it's not just luck. This all happened the other night when I was watching the classic Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Eastwood's character, Blondie, shoots a hangman's rope 3 times, freeing his partner, Tuco, who was played by Eli Wallach. Now, I've already attempted the first 2, but now is the big one. 200 yards, Sharps rifle, iron sights. I'm kind of confident I can make it.
It's time.
Oh, yeah. Bless Big Larry.
So we pretty much know the setup, right? It's the ending scene of the movie. Blondie comes up, drops the gold at Tuco's feet. He takes his share, and then he rides off into the sunset, leaving Tuco precariously perched on a grave marker with a noose around his neck. Now, I've re-examined the clip in the film, and you can clearly see Blondie flip up the ladder sight on his rifle, and the elevation leaf drops to the bottom of the ladder. On a Sharps, that's the 200-yard setting. So that's going to be our starting point. And if you see off in the distance there's a nice young lady holding a horse. That's going to be your shooting platform.
Dude, 2 things. A, that is also not Big Larry, and 2, that actually looks sort of far from here.
Well, how did it go in practice?
What do you mean? I could have been practicing?
Well, I would have been practicing if I was taking that shot. Anyway, come on, let's get you into position.
I wonder if Big Larry misses me.
Ya te dejó solo otra vez, chiquito. No te preocupes, aquí estoy. Aquí estoy yo para ti, ¿ok, baby? No te preocupes. Todo va a estar bien, ¿ok? Yes.
Okay, Terry, the big test.
Yeah.
So we have a 405 grain bullet. We're shooting at 200 yards. Remember, the Sharps is a single shot breech loader, so we're gonna load it each time between your attempts at it. Remember, we've got about a 5-mile wind going from left to right across the target.
Which will push this.
At this distance with that bullet, yes, it'll push the bullet off target. Good shot. You're in the 7 ring, about an inch to the left of the rope. Okay, you hit the crossbeam, windage-wise right on with the rope.
Well, let's do something a little bit different. In the movie, I saw him, he had his hand out, he was holding the reins. Not particularly anatomically good position, but let's do it in honor of Blondie.
Well, that's what we're trying to prove anyway, is if it can be done the way it was done in the movie. So let's give it a shot.
Let's try it.
Good shot, Terry.
Was it?
Absolutely. You're about 2 inches to the right of the rope inside of the 7 ring. Unbelievable.
Bro, is it not classic Schappert that the harder way, probably anatomically incorrect way, I didn't do too badly?
Well, I think the shot's doable if everything kind of gels at the right moment. The wind, the horse, the trigger pull, and everything like that.
And the other thing we talked about, even if I nailed it dead center, it still might not sever the rope potentially. So,
yeah, you know,
right?
this 4570, you're generating about 1,700 foot-pounds of energy, but a triple braid hemp rope like that, you probably need a tensile strength on it of about 4,800 pounds to snap it.
I don't understand any of those numbers you said, but I will say this, I'm just happy I almost hit it.
I could shoot from this distance all day and never hit the rope. So let's go take a closer look and figure out how to finish this test.
All right, man, what do you think?
Well, you know, if you look at it, it's not that bad of a shot. You're about 2 inches to the left, about 2 inches to the right, but you were fairly close to the rope, so it's not that bad at all.
That's almost a compliment from Zanoff, isn't it?
I better take back what I said.
No,
then.
here's the thing, man. Would it have cut the rope or not?
Well, I think that's the big question. So why don't we lower Tuco down and we'll get a safe distance set up and everything, and let's just see if the 4570 will actually cut the rope.
I could have been even just a little bit off. I think that would have cut the rope if you hit it exactly right at the exact spot.
Well, that just shows you, how much coincidence is involved here. Even that close to the rope, we didn't sever it through completely.
That was awesome, man.
Good job. I'm going to make this safe.
All right, so I got to thank my comrade in arms, Larry, my awesome production team, and the folks at Gunsight for making this safe and possible. So what did we learn? You can hit that rope with that gun, with that round, but everything's got to be exactly right. And whether it severs it on one try or not remains to be seen, but I am convinced that Clint Eastwood, AKA Blondie, would make those shots.
On the day, it's perfectly possible. Well, let's get this gallows down. Let's get Tuco picked up here and onto the truck, and let's clean everything up and get out of here.
Yeah, I had to get back to Big Larry. Excellent work today.
Schappert, do you know what you are? You're a dirty son of a...
You're watching a TV show or a movie and you find yourself asking, can you really do that? Reach out to us at outdoorchannel.com Hollywood Weapons and maybe we will put that scene to the test. Yes. Oh, wow. Man, that really does work. I'll be a son of a... I gotta tell Larry about this. Come on, man. Nice place. This episode of Hollywood Weapons, Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. I'm Terry Schappert, and as a 23-year U.S. Army Green Beret veteran, combat medic, sniper, and close combat specialist, I've been tested most of my life. I'm here to put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons. Nakatomi Plaza. John McClane, a New York cop, has been separated from his wife Holly for several months while she's out here pursuing her career. Now, he takes a big emotional risk and flies out for Christmas, but a gang of international thugs has taken over the party and seized control of this building. Man, you gotta love the idea of this movie. One man, a cop, takes on all these well-armed bad guys. With just a Beretta, his brains, he's barefoot. Great. This is a hugely entertaining movie, and it still holds up even by today's standards, but there is one scene I wonder about. So McClane jumps off of Nakatomi Towers tied to a fire hose, and he tries to break through the glass using only his bloody feet. Well, that doesn't work. So he swings back as far as he can, shoots his 9mm, fractures the glass, and breaks right through it. So can you really do that? The thing is, high-rise buildings use a different kind of glass. All right, buddy. It ain't like regular window glass. Nice. All right. I got your detonators, Hans. All right. Anytime you see charts and papers, you know what time it is. Shap's knucklehead science. So, McClane is hanging outside the window by a fire hose, and when he realizes he can't get through the glass, he pushes off as hard as he can, actually using the recoil from the 9mm pistol to help him out a bit. Gets about 12 feet, then he swings into and through the glass. First issue right away for me is that high-rise building glass. It was made to be impact resistant, even back in those days. I grew up in those days. It's Mylar, it's a thin sheet of clear plastic, and it gives the glass a lot of strength and keeps it from falling down on the people below if it breaks. So, I mean, really, the question is, can half a dozen rounds from a 9mm pistol compromise that glass sandwich enough for me to crash through it?
Mayday, Channel 8. Can anyone hear me? Nakatomi building has been seized and there are multiple hostages. Mayday. Somebody answer me. I repeat, Nakatomi Plaza has been seized. Does anyone copy?
Terry, is that you?
Larry, listen to me. There's no time to waste. I gotta swing from a fire hose, shoot a window, and crash through it. Can you help me, man?
What are you talking about?
Die Hard.
When did you put this radio in my desk?
When I stole your cell phone.
Listen to me.
Time is ticking. Are you in or out? Meet me at Nakatomi Plaza, 33rd floor, 1 hour.
Terry, I'm gonna kill you.
Come to think of it, that window isn't the only thing McClane shot at. I think we gotta test that too. Hey, welcome to the party, pal.
Terry? Terry?
Sure. Come to California. We'll have a few laughs. I gotta admit, the idea of crashing through a huge wall of glass is a little unsettling.
Terry? Terry?
Larry.
Where are you?
I'm in the vent above you. I'll be down in a minute. And I'm also wondering if I can even get enough distance swinging back to get off enough rounds to actually compromise that glass, let alone breaking through it.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I know, pal. I'm on my way. This guy. Damn. Larry, I knew you'd come. Come on, Larry, you know this is a good one.
Well, maybe, or maybe the thought of throwing you through a glass window just appeals to me right now.
You don't mean that. Listen, I know this glass isn't normal, it's laminated, but do you think it would work?
Well, it's actually tempered and laminated. The tempering helps cut down the risk of injury when the glass shatters, but the lamination helps keep it all together. So, will it work? Won't it work? Can't really say.
Can we test it?
Do I have a choice?
Yeah, no, you don't. While we're here, there's another scene where McClane shoots up through a conference table and kills a bad guy above him. We gotta do that one too.
And that one's going to be a little bit trickier because of how close you are to the bottom of the table. There's always the chance of ricochets. So let me think about that one. We'll have to come up with some safety protocols. Why don't you come down to the shop tomorrow and we'll plan the whole thing out and see where we go with it.
You're the man.
I want those detonators.
You should probably go. I'll see you tomorrow.
My phone.
Oh, man. Hey, that rang a lot.
I see that.
1, 2, 3,
All right, my man, what do we got?
Well, we got two complicated tests is what we really got here. There's a lot of moving parts, so we still have to figure out our glass. High-rise buildings, safety glass, probably 3/16 of an inch. We got a fire hose that you got to swing from. So there's a lot of safety protocols here we're still working on. But
I like the way this is
coming together. Yeah. Obviously, we're going to be using the HK MP5 submachine gun. It was the main bad guy gun in the movie. And McClane's service weapon, of course, was the Beretta 92F.
Well, ironically, Larry, John McClane's service weapon happened to be Terry Schappert's service weapon for his entire 23-year career. So I guess I'm under pressure to be good with that.
Yes, that's very ironic. Anyway, what we need to do here is we still need to pull a couple things together. I'm going to bring in Andre Ellingson. The construction, the rigging, the safety glass is really more in his boathouse. And then I'll finish out the safety protocols. But in general, everything's kind of coming together.
I'm growing impatient, Mr. Cowboy.
I got a couple things to tie up, so why don't I meet you at the test site?
Yeah, why don't you go do that?
Seriously, Hans, have you not seen how this movie ends?
I want those detonators.
I love the smell of potentially failing miserably in the morning. Hey, well, here we are at West Thompson's Piru gun range, and we're about to put two scenes from the movie Die Hard to the test. My buddy Andre Ellingson, a special effects guy from Hollywood, is here, and so is my BFF Larry Zanoff from ISS.
Hey, Terry, everything okay at Nakatomi Plaza?
Yeah, it is now. You're welcome.
Come on, let's go see what we got set up on the first test.
Cool. Folks, I'm excited too, but as you can see, I'm surrounded by a team of professionals. Don't try this at home. Don't be that guy. Andre, what's up?
Hey, Terry, what's up, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. I'm just here to pick up the pieces today.
Hope you're talking about the glass.
I am talking about the glass.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see we've recreated Nakatomi Plaza's conference room here. We got a shooting position for you down on the ground. We've got the thick conference table here. We've got a bad guy on top who's presumably shooting through the table down at John McClane.
What's this?
So this is half-inch polycarbonate. It's a high-impact material. Because you're so close to the bottom of the table, there's always the safety concern of splashback or some kind of ricochet. So we have to have you protected when you're under there.
Yeah, I've never met that dude, Ricochet. What's that?
That's another piece of polycarbonate. If the bullet actually penetrates through the table, through our bad guy, that'll trap anything that's going out into the atmosphere, because we can't let those bullets get away from us.
You guys got this covered. It's kind of easy. I just have to basically lay on my back and shoot up.
Well, that was the idea. We wanted to start you out with an easy one this morning because you have to conserve all your strength for later on when we start hurling you through a glass window.
You always make it sound so appealing. Andre, thoughts? What's your prediction for the fight?
Going through.
Oh, it's going through.
My prediction for the fight? Pain.
Okay, Terry. The weapon's hot. It's on safe. 8 shots. Go ahead and get into position. Your angle there needs to be just like that. Okay, the range is hot. Terry, fire at will.
Every round I fired had no trouble penetrating the 2-inch conference table and hitting the mannequin standing on top, just like the bad guy in the movie. All right, let's see what it did to his core, you know? Look at that. So check this out. So that's that.
That's that.
But we still don't know because it's plastic.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a mannequin. It doesn't have the same consistency as human tissue and bone and muscle and stuff like that. However, what does have that same consistency is ballistic gel. And I just happen to have some here, so maybe we should do another test.
I agree. I won't say no.
Let's get that set up.
So with the first stage of the test completed, Larry is now placing ballistic gel, which mimics the consistency of human tissue.
And fire at will.
You can see the trails left by the sawdust. Gives you a great visual, Terry. Look at this. They look like streams.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go ahead and call that is just absolutely lethal. I mean, if this is...
That would be a fatal hit on any terrorist who is...
Yeah, I think any one of those.
Right, don't you think? And the thing is, too, if it hits even from his ankle or his shin bone, it's going to ride up that bone. That's going to do damage. If it hits into the pelvic girdle like we did on the dummy, all the big blood vessels go through there. You split to the femoral artery, you're
all
done.
the major organs would be penetrated with that amount of penetration there.
Well, all right, man. Stage 1 is done. So far, McLean's 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
On to the next one?
Sounds good.
All right. Now it's the time to set up the big test. Can I actually shoot the high-rise tempered glass and swing through it just like John McClane?
Hey.
What do you got?
Hey, Terry, how's it going?
All right, man. What are we doing here?
All right, so here's the deal. You know, we're recreating this scene from Die Hard.
Yep.
When he goes through the window.
Classic scene.
Great scene, okay? So I got your fire hose here. I've got your tempered window. It's 5x8 sheet, 3/16 with Mylar on one side. We got a heavy-duty frame here. We got a brace in the back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put your foot in here.
All right.
We're gonna get you on the top of that ladder. You're gonna shoot through the glass.
Yes.
And you're gonna let go and you're gonna swing right into this big window.
All right, so here's the question. Me and you.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna break through?
I think the only thing growing through this glass are the bullets.
I'm gonna pancake, aren't I? Okay. Here comes Larry, he's impatient. Larry,
right, man.
We're almost done here, but you had mentioned something about safety protocols, so what do you have in mind?
Well, obviously we're dealing with putting you through a glass window. You know, there are some safety concerns here. Basically, we're talking about protecting you from head to toe.
I'm not jumping the Snake River, man.
I understand that, but here's the deal. You got 3 options here. Either you swing and you make it through the glass.
Right.
You swing and you don't make it through the glass. And the most dangerous one is you swing and you only make it halfway through the glass. So we got to make sure that you're as safe as possible in case that scenario occurs.
I knew you cared.
Go get ready.
Okay. As Andre finishes the final touch on the test, Larry outfits me head to toe with safety gear as I try to crash through a giant pane of glass.
Come on over here. Let me have you step up and sit. Face me when you're in. Hand me your dominant leg.
Okay, gun's going hot. Okay, 8 shots into the center. I'm gonna be right behind you and I'll dip down the ladder after you hand me off the gun as soon as it locks open, okay? Fire at will, but do not swing yet.
I got it.
Weapons clear. You are ready to swing.
So I wanted to put one of the greatest action movies of all time, Die Hard, to the test. Phase 1 was shooting up through a thick conference table, killing the bad guy. And we saw it's totally possible. Pretty cool, actually. Now Larry has me suspended on a fire hose, ready to recreate a big moment in the film. Will I be able to crash through that big laminated window?
Okay, gun's going hot. Okay, 8 shots into the center. I'm gonna be right behind you and I'll dip down the ladder after you hand me off the gun as soon as it locks open, okay? Fire at will. Weapons clear. You are ready to swing. Good job, my man.
Wow. Maybe I need to lose a little bit of weight. All right, so what'd you guys think, man? Larry.
Well, obviously you made it through the glass, right? The safety glass did exactly what it was supposed to do. It prevented shattering and jagged pieces of glass that were going to injure you.
Right.
You actually made it through the pane, so you would have been on the 33rd floor.
Right.
You know? So I think we proved that it's possible.
Yeah, totally. I really thought the glass would stay in. I thought you would bounce off, like I had said earlier. We went really deep into the frame with the glass, so it wouldn't. I was hoping it wouldn't allow it to come out.
Right.
But you had enough mass and height and speed for it to carry it through, and it proved that it can be done.
So here's the thing. So actually, by beating up the glass, we actually were able to take away its strength and pushed it through the frame. So feels to me like what we proved was this is doable. Not in the cool, sexy way that you guys roll in the movies, because you want it. That would look so great on film.
That's right.
But we can agree.
Absolutely.
That John McClane could have done this.
He would have made it through the window.
Fair point.
Absolutely.
I feel like this is a little anticlimactic. I mean, are we done for the day?
No. Terry, I got more glass.
No.
Well, and here's the thing. All we've proven is that 8 rounds of hollow point compromised the glass enough to bust through. But you saw you had to fight through.
True.
John McClane also had an MP5 submachine gun on his shoulder. So maybe 20 rounds of a full auto burst of a full metal jacket would compromise the glass even more, and you wouldn't struggle as much. So I think we need to put that to the test.
I agree.
But is this really about putting that to the test or putting me through another plane of glass?
Why don't you just go get ready?
We got more
sure,
glass.
why not? Well, here we go again.
Yep.
All right.
Stirrups ready. We're ready to go again, okay?
Do you think it's going to be any different than the pistol?
I can't make predictions anymore.
And underneath.
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Fire at will. Weapons clear.
Okay, hold on. Keep your eyes shut. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. The glass took a beating. What do you guys think, man? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. You know, I didn't expect that at all. Like I said earlier, I can't believe that the glass broke like this and ripped with the Mylar. I've never really seen Mylar rip like that. It must have been from the more bolt holes. You know, the impact.
What do you think would
Obviously, the full auto burst compromised the glass right off the bat.
Absolutely.
You know, we could see that even before you started swinging in.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like they say, you shouldn't bring a knife to a gunfight. Well, McClane should have used the MP5 and not a pistol, you know.
And I would definitely say I would not want to go through that with a tank top and bare feet. That would be really nasty.
No,
so,
not at
you
all.
know,
Sure. That
more
glass
power
came right
to
down
him.
on the back of your neck and hit your helmet, and it would have been a whole nother story for sure.
Let's
Thanks,
get you
guys.
out of this.
Let's go.
All right.
All right, big thanks all around for Andre Ellingson, Hollywood special effects guru, my partner in crime, Larry Zanoff, the folks at ISS, and of course, my excellent team at Hollywood Weapons who always make this stuff fun and eminently safe. So, let's talk about Die Hard. What did we already know? Well, we already knew that it was a hugely entertaining film that launched the action hero career of Bruce Willis and cemented for Alan Rickman, sadly not with us anymore, a legendary evil screen villain presence. What did we learn? Well, we learned that you can shoot through a conference table and take out a bad guy that's trying to kill you, and you can, with enough shots carefully placed, punch through laminated glass and get into the building on the other side. So, John McClane, you are 2 for 2. I salute you. So if you find yourself watching TV or a movie and ask, come on, man, can you really do that? Get in touch with us at outdoorchannel.com, Hollywood Weapons, and maybe I will put that scene to the test. Yippee-ki-yay.
Schappert! Let's go!
Sir. Schappert. That's all. How you doing, chap? I'm all right, I guess. I'm sorry they put you in this godforsaken place. I've seen worse. Yeah, I know you have. Why are you here? Remember when you told me if I was watching a scene in a TV show or a movie, And I thought, can you really do that? I should let you know. Yeah, I did. You interested? 5 more years in here will kill you. At least in here, I know where I stand. Look, hear me out. In First Blood, there's a scene where Rambo takes a pile of ammunition and ignites it with a gunpowder trail with an M60 machine gun. That it? No. In Rambo Part 2, he shoots that machine gun one-handed, and there's a thing in there with a bow and arrow that I got my doubts about. Why me? The computer ran the numbers. Only 3 men in the world can do that mission. You are number 1. I need to think about it. If you agree, I'll get catering to bring those little cookies you like. You know, the ones with the colored frosting and the sprinkles. Come on, chap. You in? Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. Good. I'll let Larry know we'll get the wheels in motion. Hey, sir. Am I gonna succeed this time? That's entirely up to you.
I'm Terry Schappert. As a 23-year U.S. Army Green Beret veteran, combat medic, sniper, and close combat specialist, I've been tested most of my life. I'm here to put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons. I got my orders. Put Rambo to the test. Talk about an iconic film character. Special Forces Vietnam vet who's a one-man fighting machine. Come on, man, we all love Rambo. But like the Colonel said, there's a couple scenes in that series we got some questions about. Yeah, this way. In First Blood near the end, Rambo breaks into a gun shop and piles a bunch of ammo on the floor. He takes black powder, pours it on the pile, and then makes a trail to the door. Igniting it with an M60, it all explodes. In Rambo 2, he shoots a guy through the head with an arrow, pinning him to a tree, and later shoots a bunch of guys holding an M60 one-handed. Not today, fake snake. Okay, it's time for Terry's Knucklehead Science. So let's talk about igniting a pile of gunpowder with a gun. It looks really cool, it's very dramatic, and we've seen it in tons of Westerns, right? But can a trail of powder be ignited by an M60 round? Gotta remember, gunpowder needs 800 degrees or some kind of a spark to ignite it. Can a live round at close range provide either of those? In Rambo First Blood Part 2, he uses his bow and arrow to pierce through a bad guy's head, and the arrow sticks in the tree behind him with enough force to hold the body up. Yikes! Harsh, and probably not easy to do. Arrows are great at attacking soft tissue or vital organs, but bone is very hard, very dense, and those lobes of the skull, doubly so. Do I got any volunteers? Come on, I'm just kidding. And lastly, in Rambo First Blood Part 2, he uses an M60 machine gun one-handed that takes out a whole bunch of bad guys. The M60 machine gun is a heavy gun, it's got a lot of recoil, so I guess I gotta hit the gym before I go.
Terry, don't sneak up on me like that. You need to give me a heart attack, man.
Yeah, well, what are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here? You called me out here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, so you want to help me test Rambo or what?
Why do I keep doing this to myself?
He does. I think he does. Larry, are you psyched? You better be, because I'm psyched. And when we come back, we're going full Rambo. I'm here at Independent Studio Services, where Larry, my brother from another mother, is gonna help me test Rambo. Hey, Larry.
You know you can just call me, right?
Yeah.
Well, then why don't you?
Really, man? You're cool with me calling you and saying, Larry, help me test out Rambo.
Yeah, and you know what I would probably say? I'd say, hey, Terry, that sounds like a cool idea. Come on down to the shop and we'll figure it out, because we're professionals. That's what we do.
Fair point, but really, what fun would that be in? Look, I sent you the scenes I want to test. What do you think?
Well, I think igniting the gunpowder with the M60 is highly doubtful, okay? Shooting the arrow both through the skull and through a tree is 50-50, and you actually mowing down a squad of enemy soldiers shooting the M60 one-handed, that is going to have to be your best day.
Okay, that's cool, but tell me how you really feel.
Okay. So obviously for this first test, we're going to need gunpowder. We're going to need some ammunition if we ignite the gunpowder and we set off the rounds, and we'll do that with an M60.
Add a keg of beer to that. That's a wedding reception where I come from.
Second test, we're going to need the compound bow. Obviously, we're going to need an arrow with a broadhead. We're going to need some ballistic gel shaped like a head and something tough on the inside to simulate a skull. Obviously, we're also going to need a tree in the background to catch the arrow. This last one is going to be the easiest one. I'll get a couple of mannequins, we'll set it up, I'll hang on to the receipts, that way we can always return the stuff the next day and call it good.
You don't think I'm really going to hit any of them?
In all honesty, dude, that shot is going to be tough doing it with two hands, much less with one.
Man, I thought we were close.
Yeah, I know you did.
So at the range tomorrow?
I will be there.
We're not close? Raven, this is team leader, over.
Raven, this is team leader, over.
This is Raven, over. Give me a sit rep.
Mission is a
go. Mother Goose is prepping the gear. This ain't gonna be an easy one. Look, Shap, I know this ain't easy on you.
We can do it.
I believe in you, son. Roger that, sir.
I will not let you down.
Raven out. It's test day, and we're examining 3 scenes from the Rambo series. On a sad note, I found out that Larry and I aren't that close. Hey, yo, Larry, what do you got to test?
You are not wearing that hair when we shoot the test.
No, I'm a professional.
Yeah,
Carry on.
I thought so.
All right.
Okay, so we've got our M60 here. We've got a nice physical barrier here, so just in case any shrapnel comes back on us.
Nice.
We have the sporting goods store floor, 10 by 4 piece of plywood. We've got a powder trail. If it ignites, burn, 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 all the way down to here, where we have a nice big pile of flammable items. We have live rounds of ammunition in there. Everything that he had available in the store. Ammo cams, shotgun shells, primers, things like that. So hopefully we get it ignited over there, and then we see if we can cook it off over here.
Well, what's cool is here, we're actually testing 2 things, aren't we?
We are. It's the original ignition with the gunfire, and then once it gets down to here, will it actually cook off all of these items?
You, sir, are a mad genius.
You have no idea. I'm gonna get the gun ready.
Thanks, man. Do I need to tell you guys at home not to do this? Just don't.
Okay, let's go ahead and get your eyes and ears on.
All right, man.
Safety always first.
Yeah, man.
Okay, this weapon is on safe. We're gonna put this into the shooting port right here. And at this point, it's all you. Get into shooting position, flip it off safe, and we fire into the pile of powder.
All right,
okay?
man. Here we go.
You tell me when.
3, 2, 1, fire.
Blew it away, huh? The muzzle blast from the M60 blew the powder completely off the floor before it even had a chance to light it. But you can see that the flash from the second shot ignited the cloud of powder. This might work.
So we obviously saw that the force of the explosion out of the muzzle, all that muzzle energy just blew the powder down the floor. Now, we built this as a platform. It's made out of plywood and everything. The floor in the sporting goods store would have been planks. There would have been cracks in between. There probably would have been more powder trapped down in there. Okay. So we've scored the floor a little bit, piled up a little bit more powder, and we're going to give it another shot.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good. And then chase it from there if we need to.
Ready?
Yep. Okay. Obviously, larger amount of powder, more flame, longer burst on the gunfire, actually managed to ignite the powder. And you saw how fast the trail went. But we also saw you don't have a kind of flaming pile at the end. It actually blew all the ammunition and everything away. There's nothing smoldering there right now.
It's gone. So, much to Larry and my surprise, we actually proved you can shoot a line of gunpowder with an M60, ignite it, and blow up a pile of ammunition. Incredible. And it worked just like in the movie. The next test is from Rambo Part 2. John Rambo has been sent into what he thought was an abandoned POW camp looking for MIAs. On the way, he encounters an enemy combatant and uses his bow and arrow to pin him to the tree. Okay, I know I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I think I know what's coming next, and it's not looking good for him.
It's not looking good for him, is it?
Well, the concern is it actually going to go all the way through like we saw in the movie, right?
Yeah, I mean, this shot here, this is the broadhead to the forehead, right? It's actually a triple test because you have to go through the front of the skull, through the brain matter, which we've simulated here in this dubbing, out the back, and then have enough energy to stick into the wood. Well, we've got the brand new cold steel cheap shot broadhead here, so as long as you can actually make the shot, we should have a pretty good chance of penetrating all the way through.
I notice with you, it's always if. For me, Larry, it's when.
Okay, so we've got our bow and arrow, we've got our target, we've got our skull. Let's give this a shot.
Okay, man. Scalpel.
Scalpel. Right in the forehead, just like in the movie.
Oh my goodness, man.
Good job.
All right, so you can, this is dramatic. I mean, you can see right now that the blood is just filling up his
And not only
nasal
that,
cavity.
we penetrated both the front of the skull and the back of the skull. You can see the tip actually made it out the skull.
Right.
So you've gone, you know, what do you got there? About 10 inches worth of arrow going right through brain matter.
That's awesome.
Didn't come out and stick in the tree.
Yeah, I'm looking out at about a half-inch arrow sticking out, so we can at least agree that this is fatal.
Oh, it's definitely fatal. Definitely
All right,
fatal.
Man. Awesome, bro. Way to set that up.
Good shot.
What's next?
Well, next up is the last test. It's the M60E3, single-handed on multiple distance targets. I'll go get the gun ready and I'll meet you out at the range.
My man. All right, guys, so 2 tests down, 1 to go. Stick around, because when you come back, I'm gonna take you to the gun show. I've completed the first 2 tests. Lighting gunpowder with an M60 machine gun proved to be dramatic and doable. And trying to stick a bad guy to a tree with a bow and arrow was really fun. The final test is here. The crew has everything set.
Raven, this is team leader, over. Raven, this is team leader, over.
Talk to me, Terry.
This is
Raven, over. How's it going, chap?
We're about to do our last test.
Sir, but now Larry's got his doubts about me. Abort the mission. Let me come in there and get you the hell out. Negative, sir. You said I could finish this mission, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Remember your objective.
To kill, period. Roger that.
Who's that?
Classified. Fine, dude. Well, this looks interesting.
So what we have here is several targets set up for you at varying distances. We even have these reactive surfaces here that'll give you a visual feedback of bleeding effect if you hit the target for a kill shot. Your challenge here is to kill all 7 bogeys with 1 belt of ammunition.
Sounds possible.
Shooting the M60 single-handedly in 1 sweeping motion from right to left.
Yeah.
Hey, Rambo can do it.
Can I wear the wig?
Nope.
Come on, wig!
Nope.
This was the gun, by the way, that was in my inventory when I came in 1988, so I better not suck.
Standard issue back in the day.
Yeah.
Eyes and ears, please. Okay, the weapon's charged. You got a belt in. It's on safe, so go ahead and sling that up on yourself.
Ready?
Ready.
Holding it one-handed, the M60's feed mechanism doesn't function correctly, making it jam after each burst of fire. Let's open it.
Yeah, we're just losing a lot of inertia.
Yeah, dude.
It's just not.
All right, yeah, you know,
this
is the thing. I mean, for the test, it looks cool. The problem is keeping it. You get a couple in, and as soon as it starts getting out of your out of that sweet spot,
You lose so much inertia when it's rocking back and forth. That's why it's not designed to really be
So let's
used
try
that
something.
way.
Yeah, let's try something a little different. In the movie, Rambo fires a few bursts one-handed, then uses the foregrip to take out the rest of the bad guys. Would this make the gun run like it's supposed to? Ready?
Go.
God, you gotta be kidding me, man! Using the foregrip to stabilize the M60 definitely made the difference. And just like in the movie, I was able to run through a full belt and take out those bad guys. Here's what made it hard. What made it hard was that because I had to keep doing it like you did in the movie. Normally with a machine gun, you get it and you nail it. You can even walk stuff in and you just keep going on it. Instead, I just kept having to go around.
There is a bit of movie magic in the movies, dude.
No! Let's go see.
Let's go take a look.
On closer inspection, I was a lot more successful than I thought. Out of the 7 bad dudes, I actually hit 5 of them. Pretty close to what the movie showed.
So what we see here is about 7 hits on 5 targets, right?
Yeah.
It's not the easiest thing to hold that gun and shoot it one-handed. Obviously, we're shooting live rounds. In the movies, they shoot blanks, right?
So what did we prove on this test? We said that we proved that it is doable.
Yep.
John J. Rambo could have definitely probably done better like he did in the movie.
Yep.
And we also proved it's not the most efficient way to operate an M60 machine gun.
Absolutely, for sure.
I gotta go hit the gym. So, we proved John Rambo could have blown up the store using the M60 as a lighter, shot an arrow through the skull of a bad guy, and taken out the enemy while shooting an M60 from the hip. Rambo. The very word conjures up images of a tough, determined, deadly soldier. And in the Green Beret community, you'll hear us say, "What's up, Rambo?" but we do it good-naturedly. And Sylvester Stallone gets all the credit for creating an iconic American cinematic hero. 3 out of 3 tests were successful today. They weren't pretty, but we got it done. So John J. Rambo, rest easy. Mission accomplished. I'd like to thank my great team and, of course, my great friend Larry Zanoff for making this possible and safe. And remember, if you're watching TV or a movie and you think to yourself, can you really do that? Contact us at outdoorchannel.com/HollywoodWeapons, and maybe we'll put that scene to the test.
Let's go home, son.
Come on. You knew this was coming. How could I put Hollywood's best to the test without doing this one? You know what I'm talking about, right? No? Here's a clue. A team of mercenaries is dropped into the jungle to recover a downed helicopter crew. Pretty soon they realize they're being stalked by a lethal, invisible alien. And one by one, the guys are eliminated, till only Schwarzenegger is left to go mano a mano. This episode on Hollywood Weapons, we're putting Predator to the test. Stick around. Stick around. I'm Terry Schappert, and as a 23-year U.S. Army Green Beret veteran, combat medic, sniper, and close combat specialist, I've been tested most of my life. I'm here to put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons. All right, now if there is an ultimate guy movie, it just might be Predator. The whole idea is great. A team of warrior brothers stalked by this deadly alien they can't even see. Can you imagine that? Yeah, that would suck. Now, by the time Schwarzenegger did this movie, he was already a bona fide action hero and a really huge star. So, far be it from me to question Arnold. There's a really cool scene in this movie that I do wonder about. In their first big encounter with the alien, Schwarzenegger and the guys, they panic, and Mac, played by the awesome Bill Duke, grabs a minigun and empties a backpack of ammo, knocking everything down in the jungle. So, can you really do that? Shh. Hey. Did you see that? I think I better move. All right. You know what time it is? Shap's knucklehead science. So, let's talk about this weapon of choice, minigun. The minigun is a 6-barrel rotary electric machine gun chambered in 7.62 by 51 millimeter NATO, firing 3,000 rounds a minute. This is a devastating weapon. It was used as far back as Vietnam, typically mounted on a helicopter. Mounted is the key word here. Now, after his first encounter with the Predator, Mac empties his backpack of ammo, spraying across the jungle, cutting down trees, plants, vines, absolutely everything, the whole time holding this gun in his hands. So, can you clear-cut a jungle with a minigun? I think it's time I go see Larry because this place is creeping me out. This place is creeping me out. As always, my quest leads me to ISS and Larry Zanoff, who has an annoying amount of knowledge and is not afraid to share it. Hey, Larry.
Terry, what are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here? I want to do another test. Why else would I come here?
Well, I don't know. Usually you want me to do a test with you by jumping out of the bushes at me or calling me out on some kind of stupid wild goose chase. And, you know, it's just kind of bizarre for me to see you walking up to the counter like this.
Not in love with your tone. All right. Okay, I was going to take you to the jungle, but I just got back. Bad vibe. So the other night, I was watching Predator, and there's this scene where they take a minigun and basically clear-cut the jungle. You're familiar with that, right?
I know that scene pretty well. In fact, I was the lead armor on the last Predator movie. It was a sequel called Predators.
Yeah, of course. Is there anything you haven't worked on?
Follow me.
All right, as a trained observer, I can definitely tell you that was not the gun in Predator.
Nothing gets by you, does it, Schappert?
Thank you.
Yeah, this obviously is a model 1874 hand-cranked Gatling gun. Richard Gatling invented the idea of a multi-barrel gun, revolving barrel cluster, which gave it a much higher rate of fire for that day and age. This, in fact, is ground zero for the concept of the minigun. Multiple barrels and a revolving barrel cluster, high rate of fire, all out of one weapon system.
Wow, so you're saying that the guy who invented this also invented our modern-day minigun?
That's exactly what I'm saying, Terry. Follow me.
You see what I mean? It's kind of annoying. All right,
Now we are talking.
Yeah, we were talking minigun, M134, original General Electric model there, and the newer Garwood Industries version right here.
Well, look, we see him on the A-10 Warthog, our best friend in ground combat, and also we have these mounted on our vehicles too.
Yeah, fantastic A-10 Warthog, right? That whole plane was designed simply to lift that multi-barrel 30-millimeter gun. Huge. It's about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, right? So when they scaled it down for use by infantry on vehicles, Humvees, things like that, they made a mini version. That's why this is called the minigun, because it's a mini version of the larger 30-millimeter Gatling.
Nice. So the question is for us is, could this actually clear cut a bunch of vegetation like we saw in the film?
Well, I think with the high rate of fire in this weapon and the fact that it's got the highest shot density of any small arms out there, you probably could actually cut down the jungle foliage with it.
Shot density, what do you mean?
How about looking at this? If I have a zone I need to cover and I've got a normal weapon, let's say like an M60, when I fire it, notice how I got gaps between the bullets?
Right.
Because it's only shooting maybe 700 rounds a minute. But with the minigun, when I'm shooting 50 rounds a second, the same distance, I have this uninterrupted flow of firepower. So it's like a blade constantly cutting through the foliage. With that kind of shot density, you could probably do what you see in the movie for real.
I appreciate that visual, man. That helped.
Yeah, absolutely. So we obviously have the guns, right?
Yep.
We've got the ammo.
Check.
To know for sure, we got to go out to the range and test it. So all we have to do is get you to figure out a jungle forest to cut down.
That should be easy.
Now, I have gone ahead and I have a special guest involved in this particular test.
Really?
I'll text you his information in a little bit, but I want you to talk to this gentleman, get his opinions on this test, and then meet me out at the range and we can go from there.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Larry.
Yes.
I'll be back.
Yeah, that's the wrong movie, Terry.
So annoying. It never ceases to amaze me how much that guy knows. Seriously, it's not, his head's too small for all those numbers. And here he goes surprising me again. You are not gonna believe who I am on my way to go see right now. Nope, I'm gonna make you wait. Promise, trust me, it's worth it. Larry said he had a big surprise, and as usual, he came through. I'm not just randomly wandering the streets of Hollywood. I'm here to meet the actor who played Mac, who is the character that shot the gun we're about to go test.
Good to
Bill
see you.
Duke, man, what a cool day. Sit down.
Thank you, brother.
Because I'm going to bother you.
Good, bother.
For a little while.
Good.
Thanks for taking the time to
my
talk
pleasure.
to the knucklehead. All right. If people don't know who Bill Duke is, you're an idiot. I mean, you're kind of one of those guys, to me, a really iconic kind of action character. And I also know you're not just that. You know, you're a classically trained actor. You got a great pedigree, you know, from stage and stuff. But let's get to the gun stuff, because we got to do it because it's Hollywood weapons. Okay. So there's a scene in Predator, which is really iconic, actually. You know, Jesse Ventura gets killed. Mac, your character, picks up the minigun and just. It's like you see the switch flicked in your character's brain right there. It's on, and you just spray across. What was it like physically? Were you ready for it? The weight, the actual mechanism of the gun. What was going on there?
That's well, they put it on helicopters. So I was the helicopter for that time. When I picked that thing up, when you see my face in pain. I was trying
to... It was legitimate.
Oh, it was real.
It was legitimate. No acting there.
No, I was trying to hold on to that and keep it going at the same time.
Right.
But it was really heavy.
All right, Bill, so what we do here is not just get into the special effects part, which I think is eminently interesting. We're actually use a real minigun to cut down real trees, just like the jungle. Maybe yes or no, what do you think?
More than yes. I mean, with that power and those many bullets, there's no doubt. You can cut down anything.
Well, I agree with you. If I didn't agree with you, I'd still agree with you because it's Bill Duke. But I'm just saying, I think so too. Mm-hmm. I promise you, whether you want me to or not, I will stalk you and make sure I give you the answer. I won't be able to duplicate your acting ability, but hopefully we'll have some fun and see if it really works. But I gotta ask one more thing, because I'm getting ready to go do it. Do you have any final advice for me?
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Wow, Bill Duke. How cool was that? All right, now his stories and perspective on that film were a gift. And I gotta say, it's nice to know that someone whose work I respect is such a nice person. Now, I've been thinking about this test, and two things come to mind right away. One, can you shoot a minigun by hand? And B, would it cut down all that vegetation? I gotta find a place to do the test. Do you ever feel like you're being followed? No. All right, this isn't the place to do it. It's not a controlled environment, so I think I'm gonna make a jungle of my own somewhere. And I know the place to do it, so why don't you meet me there, because I got something I gotta take care of. Larry and the crew have actually constructed a small jungle. Everything is set up and ready to test the scene from Predator. So can I actually mow down a jungle using a minigun like Mac did in the movie? What's up, Larry?
Hey, Terry. What is that on your bag?
Yeah. If it bleeds, we can kill it. By the way, Bill Duke, awesome. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I thought you might like that.
That was great.
We actually have another little surprise planned for you today, too, so stay on your toes.
What is it? What do you got? What do you got?
You know, if I tell you now, it's just going to spoil the party, so just keep your eyes open.
Fine. What do we have here?
Well, we've got our jungle here. That's our target, of course. And here we've got our 1874 Gatling gun. We've used it on many different shows, Last Samurai, 310 to Yuma, Jonah Hex, etc.
Listen, not that I'm not happy to see this little feller, but why'd you bring him out?
There's three main reasons that I brought it out. You know, the first one is we're talking about the minigun. And like we said, this is the origin of the minigun. So it's like Gatling gun versus minigun, old versus new,
Good one.
Secondly, of course, when you watch these things in the movies, these guys are just cranking away and cranking away. They never run out of ammunition.
Non-stop ammo forever.
That's not the reality of it.
No.
So I wanted it out here to show you the reality of it.
That's awesome. So 3.
Any chance to shoot a Gatling gun? I mean, come on.
Don't have to argue with that.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to be using the stick magazines. We've got 40 rounds of 45-70 in it. Let's load up a stick and crank off a couple of rounds, see what we get.
By the way, that did go pretty fast.
The gun's firing at a rate of about 2 to 250 rounds a minute.
Yeah.
Right? So your 40 rounds in a stick magazine, that's like 4 to 5 seconds worth of gunfire, and then you're done.
Well, in the movies, it goes on and on and on, which we know is BS. The other thing was, it does take a little bit of muscle, and I think more importantly was the rhythm. You know, you have to, once you get the rhythm, it will go, but...
Why don't we go down range and see what kind of damage we did?
All right.
Oh, look at this.
Oh boy, bro, that guy didn't make it.
So we think of the Gatling gun as a machine gun that you're spraying back and forth. They thought of the Gatling gun as a piece of artillery. All that firepower going to one little point. You can see there's no damage on either side of this tree. It was just a cone of fire coming down that knocked this guy down.
Onto the minigun?
Onto the minigun, I'll go get it ready and I'll see you over there.
All right. That was great to get to fire a piece of actual history, and that is the precursor to the minigun. So, coming up next on Hollywood Weapons, we're going to cut some trees down. I'm awful. Here we are in the middle of nowhere, getting ready to test a scene from the movie Predator. Now, I've already shot the Gatling gun, and that was great, but I can't wait to get my hands on the minigun. As you can see, my team has done a great job of setting up a jungle behind me, so now it's time for me to take that minigun in my hands and sweep across the jungle, cutting down all that vegetation like Bill Duke's character Mac did in Predator.
Yeah, you're not gonna do that.
Huh?
You can't actually shoot a minigun handheld. In the movies, they can do it, but that's movie magic. Can't do it for real.
Seriously?
Seriously, when you shoot 3,000 rounds a minute out of a weapon like that, you're creating 296 foot-pounds of rearward thrust. That means, Terry, that if you weighed 296 pounds, it would actually knock you over. We're not doing that.
You're right, but you're bringing me down.
Yeah, I knew you'd feel that way, so in order to keep you happy, here's what I've done. We've got the gun set up with blanks. We'll be able to put the backpack on you, the gun, the batteries, the ammunition, just like it was in the movie, so you can feel some of that magic that happened on screen.
I feel better.
I knew you would. Let's get you suited up. Push it.
This is actually really heavy, Larry.
Yeah, well, luckily for you, it's only going to last about 5 or 6 seconds. So when you're ready, fire at will.
Thanks for looking after me.
spins.
After firing the minigun handheld, I realized that Larry is right. There is no way I could hold that thing with live rounds. It would twist out of my hands, and that's not safe.
Okay, weapons clear.
Awesome. But you were right. It was kind of like hanging on to an alligator.
Yeah, imagine doing that now with live ammunition in it.
No.
Not safe.
All right, so how do we do it? Test like the movie. Tripod?
Exactly. We're gonna set up a tripod with spade grip gun. I'll go get that ready and I'll meet you in a few minutes.
My man. Now that I know I could never control it in my hands, the crew sets up the minigun on a tripod to find out if I can clear the jungle like Bill Duke did in the movie. Uh-huh. Looks like the same gun.
Yeah, pretty much the same gun. We've got some longer barrels on it, of course. We've got spade grips now.
Yep.
And of course, it's mounted on a much more stable tripod. Holding that thing, like you said, it's a wild alligator. So for safety reasons, we've got it set up like this. You're shooting 3,000 rounds a minute this time. Way, way more volume of fire than what we did with the Gatling gun. So we're gonna shoot at our little jungle there and we're gonna see what happens.
Thank you. So do I need to tell you people not to shoot your minigun at a jungle? All right, man.
Now, remember that surprise we talked about?
How you doing, my brother?
Oh, man!
Good to see you, man.
He did this.
My friend right here, man.
Oh,
Thank you, man.
man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. I can't believe you came out here. It's perfect.
No, I just wanted to see what you said in the program and everything. I just want to see how it goes. If you guys doing. By the way, you got it easy, man. I used to have to carry mine.
Well, you missed it. I did get to shoot it like you did, but it was, yeah, you actually did it better.
No different.
No, you were better. But I promise you I'll try to make you proud on this one.
Okay, let's try it. See what
I can't believe you came out, man.
Love it, man.
Well, we got weapons. Now we got
Rev
Hollywood.
Let's do it. Armed.
Okay, weapons armed. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, fire.
Oh my gosh.
That was good.
Oh, well,
I don't know. I think I did a little better, but
I know you did a little bit better.
I held mine like this, you know what I'm saying?
And first of all, you did it by hand, and second, everything you were shooting at was getting dissolved. So it's hard to see a little bit where you're landing. So to make sure I was where I wanted to be, I actually was tracking down by that berm so I could see the rounds hitting. Then I went across and across. It wasn't dropping, you know, but...
Well, here's the thing. I mean, we have the weapons, but sometimes it does take Hollywood to make those effects occur.
It looked a lot cooler when Bill did.
Well, of course, he's Bill Duke,
It's okay.
you know?
It's okay. It's all right.
The real test is going to be what we see on the back side of the jungle.
All right.
Let's go down range and see what the hits might have been.
All right, guys. So at first glance visually, reality is much different from the movies. But how much damage did we actually do? Let's go take a look.
Okay, so what we can see here is that even with this dense jungle, you see a lot of the leaves there where we actually have bullet holes through them.
Right through.
But it's very kind of loose kind of foliage, so it didn't actually cut anything down. But when it does hit a stalk of any substance, it actually cuts right through it. And so we can all agree that this would have been a decapitated predator.
What do you think?
Yeah, good job, brother. Good job.
Well,
good job.
Here's what I would say. Bill Duke did it way sexier.
Absolutely.
We know that, but we know this is devastating. Anything back behind this line of foliage is done.
Done.
So, successful test?
I think so.
Successful
Good
test?
job, man. Let's get back to the chopper.
Oh, way to loop that in. So we learned the history of the minigun by testing the Gatling gun. We also fired the handheld minigun using blanks, which was a lot harder than I thought. And the mounted minigun with live rounds was more powerful than I ever imagined. All right, what do we learn today? Mac can fire a minigun handheld, but nobody else in the world can. The jungle, nothing back there would be standing, including the Predator, and the minigun did just what we saw in the movie. Predator, Easily one of the best sci-fi and action movies of all time. And I think what makes it great for me is that it's about a team of guys who keep fighting for each other, even as one by one they're killed, leaving Schwarzenegger left to prove the line, if it bleeds, you can kill it. Huge thank you to my team and Larry, and a big thank you to Bill Duke for being such a big part of it. So, if you're watching a scene and you think to yourself, can you really do that? Go to outdoorchannel.com/HollywoodWeapons and maybe, just maybe, we'll put it to the test.
Larry, Terry Schappert is calling on line 7.
I'm not here. Tell them I'm at lunch.
Looking right, take a looking for your baby. A little Frankenstein waiting for a piece.
Hello, sir. Can I help you?
Yeah, can I get a tuna on wheat and make it a combo with large iced tea, please?
Okay, then. Pull around, please.
That'll be $8.75, please. And $1.25 your change.
What the?
You know, Larry, I'm beginning to think you are ignoring me.
Terry, what are you doing?
I'm getting your order. What does it look like? You want mustard or hot sauce? You forgot your iced tea, man. That Larry, he cracks me up. Speaking of which, this episode of Hollywood Weapons, we're gonna crack a safe with water.
Hurry up!
Yeah, buddy. Hold your horses. I got it. Good food takes time. I'm Terry Schappert. As a 23-year U.S. Army Green Beret veteran, combat medic, sniper, and close combat specialist, I've been tested most of my life. I'm here to put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons. All right. So the other night I was up late like usual watching movies, and I saw a really good one, The Score. Robert De Niro and Edward Norton are very skilled thieves, and in the film, there's a scepter in a safe located in the Montreal Customs House. Problem is, they ain't got enough time to break in the normal way, so let me show you. De Niro's character makes a small hole in the top of the safe, fills it with water, then drops an explosive charge down inside. The pressure from that explosion forces the door off. Single cheese, no mayo. Order up! So, would that really work? All right, now we talked about Pascal's law in the Criminal Minds episode about how it would interfere with the function of the gun and the round, but in this test, it's gonna actually determine if it works at all. Nothing. To the refresher course. Pascal's law is pressure applied to an enclosed fluid is transmitted undiminished to every part of the fluid as well as to the walls of the container, meaning that water or fluid will not compress. So the idea is, once this safe is filled with water and the explosive charge detonates, the non-compressible water will push out and throw that door open. So, can you really do that? Can you blow up a safe with water? This guy has not answered a text all day. It's time to go DEFCON 1 when I'm done mopping.
You know I can see you, right, Terry?
Oh, hey, Larry.
What is it this time?
I want to blow up a safe with water.
You owe me an iced tea.
Yeah, well, you drove off. I'm here at ISS, the leading prop house for TV and film in the world.
And Larry Zanoff is helping me figure out how to open a safe with water, just like they did in the movie The Score.
I mean, I think it's a really cool movie. I never get tired of watching it. I think it was one of Marlon Brando's last, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, he passed away shortly after completion of the project.
So, the way they did it in the movie, do you think that would work?
Well, you got to realize there's a couple different things in play here. They use, of course, the idea that you can't compress liquid, you know, and they use that as the explosive force applied to the safe, you know. At the same time, you want to blow up the safe but not destroy the contents that are inside of it.
Right.
And you're right there when you're blowing up the safe, so you don't want to blow yourself up either.
So, I mean, because we are dealing with a few different variables and a couple different objectives, there's got to be some math here.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot more math involved here. I mean, the formulas we're used to using for things that go bang are a lot different than a formula for something that goes boom. Okay, and here we're going to do something that really goes boom. So we're going to need to bring someone in who has a federal explosive license as well. Luckily, I think I know the guy.
I think I know the guy you're talking about, too.
I think you do. So why don't you go ahead and get in touch with him?
Okay.
I'll get the safe going, get everything ready. We'll meet out on the range, and we'll have little safety protocols in place, see if this thing could actually work. I even have kind of a plan B in place in case it doesn't.
Yep. Surprise me.
Oh, you'll be surprised.
So when Larry said explosives, I immediately thought of our mutual friend, Andre Ellingson, a legitimate special effects guru and a guy who loves to blow stuff up. So let's call him.
Hello.
Andre, it's Schappert.
Hey, Shap, what's up, man? I'm very busy.
One word for you, explosion.
I'm in. Just tell me where, when, and what.
Yes. Andre.
Terry, what's up, dude?
Thank you for doing this on such short notice.
Love the idea.
First, possible?
You know what? I think so. The water has to go somewhere.
And in the movie, they say it's just physics, so that's what I was thinking.
Well, the challenge is getting the right amount of explosive to the right amount of water, okay? So we need to run some tests on this one.
Love a man of science. Have you been working on it?
I have. I took some tanks that will fill with water. I just want to see on a smaller scale what the explosives do, okay? This is the detonator. And this is the explosive.
You couldn't even wait, could you?
Well, you said the magic word, explosion.
There's no fish.
Okay, so this is our first test tank. It's filled with water and ready to go. I'm gonna bring JD in, and we're gonna start loading this up.
Killer. So how much water, charge, what do we got?
This is 29 gallons of water in this plexi tank. Right here we have the detonator and the charge that I showed you earlier in the truck.
Nice.
Okay, this is gonna get the job done for this tank. This is a smaller scale, but it's gonna show us what's gonna happen inside that tank on a larger scale. Get behind this safety plexi here.
Okay. I gotta say, man, you guys are always impressive with how seriously you take the safety bit. And I get it, you know?
Yep, safety's key. I'm just gonna go into my detonator here.
Yeah, let's
You
go.
ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, fire in the hole. Here we go. Huh?
Why is it always fun to blow stuff up?
Just like we talked about.
As you can see, the concussion of the charge forces the water outward. And because we know water doesn't compress, the pressure is too great for the walls and they break. Pascal was a pretty smart dude.
Okay, I would call this destruction.
It is.
It worked.
It did. It's exactly what we're looking for. It shows you the power of such a small amount of charge in water.
And also proves, look around, bro, the safety concerns that we need guys like you to think about, because there's fragments up there even where we were standing.
Yeah, it only takes one small fragment of this shattered plexi to ruin your day and ruin everybody's day.
All right, mate, so what's next?
Well, I always like to go bigger.
I agree.
So I'm gonna bring a bigger aquarium in. It's a different material, it's tempered glass.
Of course.
More gallons of water, which means we're gonna increase our charge a little bit so that we begin to see things on a bigger scale.
Yeah, I know you're cloaking this as scientific inquiry, but I just know you like to blow stuff up.
I do like to blow things up.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Why don't you do this one, buddy?
Thank you.
Okay.
See, we just know, don't we?
We do. Let me bet my ears
You're
on.
in control, though, right?
Yep, I'll
Okay.
call it out. Fire in the hole, and 3, 2, 1.
Oh boy.
You see all this glass that hit us right here?
Dude, it's like someone just throwing a handful of rocks at us.
Yeah, it's crazy, crazy powerful.
Even on a small scale, the force of the water is awesome. That's a 50-pound bag of sand being tossed in the air like a pillow.
Well, okay. Pretty big destructive power, so I think that charge made a difference.
It did completely.
But here's the thing. You know, the destructive power is the actual non-compressible water, because it has to go somewhere, and it went somewhere, shredded the tank. Phase 1 complete?
Yeah, totally. I think we should move on to the metal safe.
I like where you're going with this. My man.
All right.
Blowing a safe with Andre and Larry. Yes. Yes, it is Christmas every day on Hollywood Weapons.
Now this all started because I wanted to see if you could blow open a safe with water and an explosive charge like in the movie The Score. Larry from ISS has supplied all the props we need and, as always, created a safety protocol for us to follow. Andre Ellingson is my demolition man.
Oh, God. Really, Terry? I've worked with De Niro, and trust me, you're no Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I work with De Niro. Okay. This is really small.
Well, baby steps, Terry. We got to prove the concept first on something small before we move on to the big safe.
Yeah, there's a couple issues we're concerned about with this.
The main one, of course, being how well something like this will hold water. The level of the water has to be as high as possible within the safe at the moment of detonation for this to even work.
Okay.
All right, so why don't you grab this, go ahead and start filling this safe up, and I'll get the water turned on.
Shap gets the hose job as usual.
And you're good to go, sir.
Yeah.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah, it's really the larger the amount of water.
Boys, it's really leaking everywhere, and it's only going to get worse if it gets more full.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
And, you know, safes aren't meant to be watertight. Even the big safes, they have holes in the base so that you can bolt them down to the floor.
So can we caulk it or seal it in any way?
You know, I really don't think that's going to work. Once the water pressure builds and that pressure starts doing outward, it's going to blow this.
Guys! Well, hold on a second. You guys aren't saying we're done already, are you?
No, we're not done. I'll be right back.
So yesterday, we demonstrated that in a watertight environment, the principle of the test works, but with even a small safe, the water leaks out. Andre thinks he has a solution.
This is going to be a plastic bladder. It's going to hold the water in the safe. Keep pulling it down, Tom. Make sure we have plenty of plastic.
Larry, what's your take on this?
Well, you know, like we said, the water has to fill the safe up completely, and the only way we can give it to get out is right through that door. So if this bladder holds the water in position at the moment of detonation, we got a pretty good chance here. It's a good idea.
Right on, so what's next?
Let's fill it with water. Let me just put this in. Okay, go ahead and give me some water over there.
On you.
Okay, as we can see.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's working, dude. It's nothing's coming out, so it's gonna fill up in the size of the safe, right? All right,
so that'll
excellent.
eventually expand. This is opening up now. That's beautiful. I'm gonna close the door so it can fully expand.
Nice. I mean, way to solve the problem. I mean, so you ready to blow this?
Yeah, I don't think at this stage we really need to. You know, all we really need is a bigger bladder and the bigger safe because we have proof of concept right here.
So it is time for the big one.
Andre cuts the hole and inserts the bladder, making sure the scepter is safe and sound. We begin filling the safe with water and insert the explosive material. Now, 2 tests have been successful on glass and plastic, but will this work on a steel safe?
All right, lads, I see we got the safe. I know you guys filled it with water. I also see that figure there representing Robert De Niro, whose character was right on top of it.
Yeah, we got about 175 gallons in that safe, and as far as power, it's about 4 times as much as the biggest aquarium that we tested.
You think that's gonna be up to the job?
I think it'll get it done.
All right, man.
Okay, everybody's accounted for. Let's make the range hot.
Okay.
All right.
By the way, folks, if you've ever had a moment where I have to tell you don't do this at home, this would be it. I've got a team of world-class professionals backing me up, so don't do it at home.
Terry, why don't you do this one?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Let's go safety, everybody.
Okay, range is hot. Okay, and detonate in 3, 2, 1.
We're out here at the range and we're testing a scene from the movie The Score, where Robert De Niro's character blows open a safe by first filling it with water, then inserting an explosive, thereby using the pressure of the water to force open the door. We've done a couple of smaller tests and Andre solved the leaky safe issue, so it's time to try it for real.
Range is hot.
Okay, and detonate in 3, 2, 1.
Gosh. Hey, look at this.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less with the power and the water and the size and the mass and everything we had going on. Total destruction inside.
I mean, look, man, total mayhem and destruction. Yeah. Is this what you thought would happen?
You know, we knew that safe was going to come apart, and by judging this, it's 40 feet. We had it at 30 feet, but we're totally happy with this.
Here's the thing, though. This is great, and it is, but it means nothing if the treasure inside was destroyed or lost. So we got to find it.
Let's go see.
Come on.
There it is.
There it is.
Guys, look. The scepter got through it. The demolition man, our thief, he survived it. So
Undamaged.
What do you think? Is this what you thought was going to happen?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I understand the forces at play here, and this is pretty much what I was thinking. So pretty happy with it.
Well, there you go. Another one down on Hollywood Weapons, and once again, we prove that something you see in a movie. I just got to wrap up.
Yeah, well, we're not done yet.
What do you mean?
Well, this wasn't the only movie where they used explosive force to get into a safe.
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. Kelly's Heroes, they used a tank to bust down the bank door. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, they used a 20mm cannon to bust through the vault.
Wait a minute. Did you bring a tank here?
No, my tank's getting detailed right now, but I did bring a 20mm anti-tank rifle.
And another safe?
Well, what else are you going to shoot the anti-tank rifle at?
Dude, that's pretty,
Finally, you're speechless.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, yes. This is a beast. I mean, we're safe cracking.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is a beast, man. This is the 20mm Solothurn used in World War II by the Germans. We are used to our average 50 cal right here.
Shot a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. 12.7mm projectile, 99mm shell case. This guy right here shoots a 20mm by 138.
Significantly bigger, Larry, significantly bigger.
Significantly bigger, and it's a belted cartridge.
Okay.
So it's almost like a Magnum round for an anti-tank rifle. Now, we blew up a safe earlier from the inside.
Right.
Now we're gonna have some alternative facts on how to blow up a safe from the outside.
Nice.
Obviously, our #1 problem here is our proximity to the target. We don't want any kind of splashback or anything, so we're gonna be shooting from behind protected positions here.
Okay.
With a lanyard. You and I will give it a pull, and we'll see what it does to our safe. Okay, and firing in 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Right through it.
Will you look at that?
Nicely done, sir.
You can see that it's a 20mm hole, but if you shot multiples of these, you could probably reach in there and just pull anything you wanted to out of the safe.
The problem would be that everything in the path of the 20mm slug would be destroyed.
This was worth you making me speechless.
Well, that's the way I like you, Terry. That's the way I like you.
So, as you can see, physics plays a large part in what we did today. Pascal's laws showed us that the safe was no match for the expanding pressure of water caused by the explosive charge. We also proved that you can send a 20mm round through two sides of the safe. And both tests verified that we can walk away with the score.
All right, so what did we learn today? Well, in the movie The Score, Edward Norton made a huge mistake trying to double-cross Robert De Niro, who plays one of the best safecrackers in the business. Also in that movie, that quote, "It's just physics." Water, while soft and flowing, is one of the most destructive forces on Earth, whether it's washing away a house or cracking a safe. I'd like to thank my excellent Hollywood weapons team, my partner in crime, Larry Zanoff, and of course, Andre and the Demolition Boys for making this fun and eminently safe. So if it's late at night, you're watching a scene from a TV or movie, and you think to yourself, can you really do that? Reach out to us at outdoorchannel.com/Hollywood weapons, and maybe, just maybe, we'll put it to the test.
Hey, you still owe me an iced tea.
Captain's log, stardate 2017. I've been watching old TV shows again, and it's brought me here to Cestus 3. Status report, Mr. Clark.
It's standard orbit, sir. Scanning the planet's surface for the exact location.
Carry on.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Pretty cool, huh? All right, like a lot of guys my age, I'm a huge fan of the original Star Trek series. And the other night, I was watching Kirk in Arena, Season 1, Episode 19, and I thought, we've really got to test this out and have some fun in the process. Transporter room, any luck finding our target?
Yes, Captain. I'm preparing to beam up now.
I'll be right down. This is gonna be great!
Get ready.
Energize.
Get ready for what? Terry?
Hi, Larry.
Terry, what have you done now?
Look around. Don't you recognize this?
Of course I recognize it, but this isn't possible.
And yet, here you are. Listen, relax. My crew member's gonna get you settled in and fitted with a proper uniform. Briefing room. 15 minutes?
Terry, why do I keep winding up in your bad dreams? Can someone please tell me what's going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on here. I'm Captain Terrence Patrick Schappert, and in this episode of Hollywood Weapons, we are going out of this world to test Star Trek. I'm Terry Schappert. As a 23-year U.S. Army Green Beret veteran, combat medic, sniper, and close combat specialist, I've been tested most of my life. I'm here to put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons. I don't even know how to play chess, but I hope this makes me look kind of cool. Yeah, no. I bet you're wondering why we're here. I know Larry is, but think about this. What better place to test Star Trek than here on the USS Enterprise? Wait for it.
Now it's time for Captain Terry's Knucklehead Science.
I really love it here. Computer, run the scene. Kirk has been forced by the Metrones into a mano-a-mano battle with the Gorn on this asteroid using only what they find there. Kirk, brilliant as he is, finds all the minerals on the planet to make gunpowder, and he fashions his own small cannon and takes out the Gorn. Of course, Kirk refuses to kill the Gorn, and this gives the Metrones hope for humanity. But can you do that? Can you actually make gunpowder that way? Computer, give us a history of gunpowder.
Gunpowder was invented in the 9th century in China. The earliest record of a written formula for gunpowder appears in the 11th century Song Dynasty text, Wu Jing Song Yao. This discovery led to the invention of fireworks and the earliest use of gunpowder weapons.
You are correct. Question. Does gunpowder actually explode?
Gunpowder only appears to explode. When gunpowder is compressed in a contained cartridge or barrel, it is packed under great pressure. Gunpowder burns extremely fast, and in a tightly confined space, the gases build up, creating extreme pressure. When released, the pressure can propel an object at a high velocity.
Ding, 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 you are correct again. Listen, people have been using gunpowder for a very long time, and they still continue to do so today. But can you make it the way Kirk did? The heck is Larry, man? Computer, find Larry.
He is on deck 7.
I should have known. This is a really big ship. Don't go away, because we are testing Star Trek. Captain's log supplemental. We're going to test an episode of Star Trek on Cestus 3. Larry is lost. So Captain Kirk takes 3 components of gunpowder, mixes them by hand, and fires off a homemade cannon to defeat the Gorn, but can you really do that? Computer, I'm on deck 7. I don't see Larry.
He is now in sickbay.
He's lactose intolerant. Yeah, I know, he's like this. How's our patient?
He's fine. Just a little transporter sickness.
Man, I said the briefing room. What are you doing here?
That's a good question, Terry. What am I doing here?
We're gonna test Star Trek.
Terry, I was working. I was on set. You've left the entire production hanging just because you don't know how to use a cell phone.
Larry, man, we're partners. It's me and you against the world, answering questions that plague man.
Then why am I the one wearing the red shirt? Red shirts always die, Terry. Everybody knows that. Don't you watch the show?
The answer you seek lies in the question. Dude, I can never do that eyebrow thing. Can you do that?
There's no such thing as dilithium crystals or photon torpedoes.
No. Kirk versus Gorn. Homemade cannon.
I just like watching you squirm. I actually know that episode well. It's what got me interested in gunpowder in the first place.
Interesting. Do you think it will work?
Well, if I remember correctly, Kirk mixes potassium nitrate, sulfur, and charcoal to make rudimentary gunpowder. Would it explode like it did in the episode? I doubt it.
Ye of little faith. Schappert here.
You're needed on the bridge, Captain.
On my way.
Wait a second. You're the captain?
Yep.
And there's a bridge.
Larry, where would you pilot a starship from?
Oh, this I gotta see.
We located the exact spot on Cestus 3, Captain.
Put it up. Well done, Mr. Clark. Please don't touch that. Come on, Larry, are we gonna do this or not?
Sure. I guess we need those chemicals, right? I'll find a piece of bamboo tubing. We'll replicate the cannon. Oh, and is it okay with you if we use rocks instead of diamonds for the projectiles?
Yes, that's okay.
Okay, cool. Well, then, yeah, I think that's about everything that we need. Oh, wait. What about a Gorn?
God, dude, be realistic. Go back to ISS, get what you need, and I'm gonna meet you on Cestus 3.
Yes, Captain. Door. Oh, and for the record, Terry, I think we left reality behind a long time ago.
Hey, guys, we really are good friends.
What's that?
Where to, sir?
Back to set.
Come on, Larry. They want you on the set.
Yeah, just give me a second.
I see now that beating the Gorn is gonna be tough. Coming up, will I be able to combine the raw materials myself and make gunpowder? I sure hope so. Captain's log, stardate, whatever. We're about to put a big scene from the original Star Trek series to the test by constructing a bamboo cannon with raw gunpowder materials. But I'm currently in a losing battle with my nemesis.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, are we gonna do this test?
Yeah, oh, awesome. Hey, there's a range back there. Go set up. I'll be right with you.
You, need any help or anything?
No, I'm good.
Come on. Come on.
Larry and crew get everything prepped for the test. I have managed to elude the Gorn, and I put my faith in Larry.
Hey, Gorn guy. You seen Terry around here?
Give up, Captain. My patience has grown weary. I will be merciful.
No way, man. Larry's gonna help me build a cannon and blow you to 1,000,000 pieces.
No. We would never do that to you. We're gonna use a mannequin. It'll be fine. Trust me on this one. What's that? Yeah, I think they're over here. Thanks a lot.
This Gorn thing is pretty strong. If it comes to brute strength, I'm no match. The Metrone said there are weapons here. I just need to find them.
Hey, Terry.
Larry.
Come on.
So you got everything ready?
Don't I always?
Yes. Gotta tell you something, man. That Gorn is talking a lot of smack. I gotta run more. The crew has everything in place. The bamboo cannon, the raw materials for gunpowder, and even the Gorn. I have my doubts that this cannon will save me. Uh-oh, I feel like I'm back in science class.
Pretty close.
All right.
Okay, so we have our 3 compounds here. You're gonna need to mix those together.
Okay.
Get them loaded into the cannon, followed up by our projectiles here. Light the fuse.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to be pointed at the Gorn, and then we'll see what kind of damage we create.
You make it sound so easy, man.
It's not really that easy. And you notice the rope wrap that we have on there.
Yeah.
That was something that was done in the episode.
Yep.
And it was meant to reinforce the bamboo. Now, that's not an invention of Star Trek, of course. That's something that was actually done even during the Civil War. They used to take piano wire and wrap it around the cannon in order to reinforce the barrels because they were firing them well in excess of their specs.
I just want to blow up a Gorn, dude.
Hey, we'll get it loaded up and let's see what happens. So our projectiles are going in.
He used this like a stick to kind of...
Yeah, you need to kind of get it down to the bottom of the barrel, as it were.
All right, we got that.
So we get a little bit on the fuse. Remember, Kirk had to put that material on the fuse as well because it was part of his uniform.
Yeah.
Should be a military fireproof uniform that won't ignite, right?
Right. Shall we do it?
Yeah, we have our source of ignition here. We'll clear all this stuff out of the way, and then we'll get this test underway.
Do you have something I can clean my hands with? I'm just kidding. Let's
Kirk
go.
never complained.
Yeah. You always say stuff like that.
Okay, let's get our ears on and see if this thing goes.
All right, listen, fellow Trekkies. This is a very controlled environment, so if you want to live long and prosper, don't ever try this at home.
Captain's log, final entry. Larry has helped me gather what I need to test the cannon that Kirk made in the episode Arena to see if it works. Now, I am known as a barrel-chested freedom fighter, but I'm no match for the Gorn, so I hope this works.
So, definitely the chemicals are working, but
yeah, you can see that the wick really the compound is actually what's giving it most of the smoke. The fabric itself is not really burning. And like we said, you know, it's Captain Kirk's Starfleet uniform. It should be a fire retardant piece of material anyway.
Right.
So obviously
another wick. Let's do another wick.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll have to, you know, help the fuse along, and then the test becomes just whether or not the powder would actually ignite.
All right. The wick has failed, and so we soaked a new one with lighter fluid to see if we can get the flame to ignite the raw powder mixture in the cannon.
There you go.
That sure traveled quickly, though, didn't it?
It did. Obviously, our wick is a little bit more successful.
Yep.
I don't see much smoldering or anything coming out of the cannon, though.
No, not now. I mean, so really, what would happen if the proportions weren't right? It would just maybe burn, fizzle. It's not going to give that, you know, it's not going to do that.
Those three chemicals mixed together anyway are going to give a little bit of a fizzle.
Right.
Whether they actually give an explosion or not is what we're trying to test.
Where they instantly,
You know, so
expand.
I think right here, you know, we're just now getting stuff burning down into the tube.
Yep.
But I don't see any smoldering coming out of the muzzle at all.
Not from the end, so, all right.
And remember, you got to get the burn all the way through the touch hole down into the bamboo. The bamboo itself is going to want to start to singe and burn right around the touch hole. You can actually see it happening already. It's going to be a slower burn than most people expect anyway, even if it does ignite.
Right.
That's why it's taken, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years to refine gunpowder, obviously. You know, and it was one of those chemical miracles that it even happened in the first place. There's a pretty good flame going down into that touch hole, and yet we're not actually getting any kind of ignition yet. See, we've gotten to the point where the fuse has actually consumed itself.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's burning apart. We still haven't gotten any ignition down
the flame,
inside.
Whatever got in there, though, it did or it didn't go.
Yeah.
I think at this point. What'd I do wrong?
Well, you did everything wrong, Terry, and you did nothing wrong. Of course, we know gunpowder ignites. That's a proven fact. But you can't just take a bunch of chemicals, throw them all together, and expect the same results as refined manufactured gunpowder.
So, Kirk, dead meat?
I think, unfortunately, that he would have been Gorn fodder at this point, you know. But I do have another test in mind.
That's why I beamed you up.
Let's assume that somehow Kirk got lucky and he managed to mix things together correctly and it ignited. Would we actually have been able to do any damage to the Gorn?
Right.
So I've bought some real gunpowder with me. We'll load the cannon back up again and we'll see what happens.
Awesome. So we learned that you cannot randomly grab the 3 raw materials to make gunpowder. The chemical makeup of gunpowder is extremely precise. The chances of Kirk grabbing the right amount are slim to none, but he is Captain Kirk. So now we'll load the cannon with manufactured gunpowder and see what happens. All right, mate, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Now, you got a real fuse. What's going on?
Well, we got cannon fuse here. You know, we want to eliminate all of the variables, so we're using real black powder, we're using a real cannon fuse. After all, we're really just trying to test to see if we can hurl the rocks at the Gorn.
Right on.
There we go.
Oh, man, okay.
We got contact.
Clear props. Hang on to that. Seal, keep that sealed for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold it at a slight angle.
I got it. Keep the gunpowder in.
Let's get that out here.
Okay. I might have to have you recite that.
So go around the other side, Terry.
You got it.
I'm going to feed you the fuse.
And I'll give you a sight picture.
And then you sight me in.
That's pretty dang good, man.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, man.
Okay. Let's light this fuse and let's go hot. Hopefully this sets off our cannon.
That's a good idea, though, put the fuse in, because, you know...
Well, you know what? We got to eliminate the variables. Right now, the test is only about whether or not we could hurl the rocks out of the tube.
Right.
Okay, so it's not really a matter of the black powder or a matter of the, you know, the ignition system. It's a matter of just getting it to go so that we can see what the rocks
If that'll
would
actually
do.
work with the bamboo cannon.
Because, I mean, if the tube just blows apart, then we know we didn't launch any rocks at our target anyway. And here we go.
All right, man.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa! All right. What happened, Larry?
Wow.
What happened?
Well, it definitely went this time, didn't it?
Yeah, okay, so what do we got?
Well, let's take a peek here. So we can obviously see that the explosive force split the bamboo cannon down the middle.
Right.
But if you notice, the wrapped area stayed intact.
Did its job.
Did its job. Like we said, the Confederacy used to do that to cannons. There's the reason. Now, You can actually see it blew out the nose.
Punched it all the way out, and that's why we have rocks down there.
That's why we have the rocks down there. So if we look at the rocks that we got here and there, we got about a 50% downrange, 50% blew out the back, which physics says that's the way it's supposed to be.
It fits the math, yeah, man.
Now, we actually saw some impacts on the Gorn's tunic here, so they did hit him. They didn't just kind of drop it at his head.
He got hit.
So I think we've proved that, you know, if you had a bamboo tube, right, and you had
Cestus 3.
Cestus 3, the physics there are just a little bit different, so if you had the raw mix of materials from Cestus 3, you definitely could have propelled the projectiles out the Gorn.
I'm sold. You know what? First of all, it's Captain Kirk.
Yep.
And he always finds a way to get it done. And you know what, Larry? Like you said, it wasn't lethal enough. It just...
But hey, he didn't kill him in the episode either.
That's my
he
point.
Just
you know
stunned
what?
him, you know.
And by not killing the Gorn, Kirk proved to the Metrons that humans are worth saving.
And that's why he's the captain.
Dude, the first time I've ever done a bamboo cannon, man. You're the best. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Another good day as usual. And if you think about it, that's why we test. You never know what's gonna happen.
You never know.
Nice work, Mr. Zanoff.
Sure, it's what we do.
Schappo Enterprise. Wanted to beam up. Yeah, we're done. Good to see you, buddy. Say hi to the wife, huh? That guy.
Hey, so who's gonna help me clean all this up?
Come on, Larry, it's really not that much. Besides, I have a starship to run. Well, there you have it. Another Hollywood scene put to the test. Now, we've just proven what you and I have known all along. James T. Kirk will always find a way to win. So, if you've got a scene from a TV show or movie that you want to put to the test, get in touch with us at outdoorchannel.com/HollywoodWeapons and let us hear from you. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you want to boldly go where no man's gone before and visit this USS Enterprise, you need to check out StarTrekTour.com. This place is legitimately amazing, and I can't thank the people enough. Take us out of orbit, Mr. Clark.
What course would you like me to set, sir?
Pick a star. Let's see what's out there. Warp Factor 3.
Aye, aye, Captain.